Hello.
Hi.
Actually, I just realized something. We're gonna get rid of. There
That
we
one
go.
for right now?
Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that one for right now.
Nice. It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday.
Which means we should be playing video games.
Probably.
You have a wolf.
Yeah.
I have a dragon.
Well, you can't see it.
Dragon. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah. Anyways, so yeah, we should be playing video games. But as you can clearly see by our screen here, we are not.
Gotta sit up more, or we gotta move the camera.
Or I mean, we can also just tilt the camera because remember these cameras can do that.
Oh yeah, these cameras can. We're using a new camera because the other one died.
The other one died, so we're using our better camera now.
Yeah.
Or at least what should be our better camera.
Why weren't we using the better camera before?
Because the other one was already there. No other reason, just the other one was already there, so no reason to move it. It was working just fine.
You want to move it down a little bit?
What?
The camera?
Yeah, I can.
Hello!
We're gonna shift
the camera just a little bit so that way.
Yeah, there we go. That's much better.
Yeah. See, now you can actually see your dragon necklace.
Yeah. It has a dragon. Well, okay, you can't really see it, but there's a dragon on this necklace.
You can see it's so void of darkness, which can be interpreted as a dragon.
What if it's a light dragon?
You didn't choose the white one. You chose the black one.
Fair enough. Hey, K9. So yes, normally we play games on Wednesday. However, we were talking and we were discussing, our streams. And we discussed kind of what we want to do. And so we have decided that for at least the foreseeable future, kind of until we get a pretty stable base, you would say, and honestly probably till we get through at least most of this world building stuff, we are going to mainly be streaming the world building. It may be different types of world building here and there. But at least for the foreseeable future, pretty much everything we do is going to be world building. I will still be uploading these videos onto YouTube as well, in all their glory. But we will still have gaming content as well that will just instead be recorded and post onto YouTube. So that's where our gaming content's going to be. Mainly because it's
easier to record than to stream games, in our opinion. The types of games we're playing.
One game that we were thinking about doing potentially was Danganronpa on stream. And then apparently that's a lot of walking around. Yeah,
from what I can tell.
Yeah, so it seems like, yes, we could interact with chat, but you wouldn't be seeing much gameplay. Versus Pokemon, it's kind of a mix of both.
Yeah, and the Brawlhalla, it's like hard to play and interact with the chat at the same time.
Brawlhalla has the exact opposite issue, where it's too much gameplay and not enough being able to interact with chat. Right?
Which could be fun if you did challenges and stuff, like...
Yeah.
But for what we're doing, it's better recorded, so...
So, that is kind of where we're at. We're just gonna... Hey, books. What?
I'm looking. I'm turning down the brightness on this.
It's down there somewhere.
Yeah.
So, yeah. You guys get to have more, world building content. And honestly, it's something that we enjoy. So, the other thing that we're going to do is not every Wednesday and Saturday are going to be character building. Mainly because we kind of decided this last minute. Meaning yesterday.
Yeah, you brought it up yesterday at dinner.
Yes.
Gave us no time to actually
correct
do anything.
Then today and this upcoming Saturday, we are going to be doing character building because that's what we kind of already have set up.
I'm thinking next Saturday I can present my Why Guns Are Martial Weapons PowerPoint and include the argument about the sticks in it.
All right, sure. But we will probably be doing Erno Strikes Again. Erno. Dang it, which one was Erno? Oh, Erno is the character, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, wait, who's Erno? Dang it.
We gotta go down to Erno. Gotta go down. Here is Mr.
There's Erno.
Yeah.
Erno Kibble, that's right. Oh yeah. Erno, big strong Goliath. Big strong fireman. Big strong fireman. Big strong fireman.
Yeah. I'm fixing
We're
this on
fixing
my
the
end.
Google Docs. And so
Erno makes sticks.
Erno makes sticks. Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay. So we will probably on Wednesdays be doing either location building or
character building.
We could do character building. It's very possible.
Or we could work on making
actual mechanics
and materials. Honestly,
we could also work on skill trees and map making as well on Wednesdays and Saturdays.
Yeah.
All of that is very possible. So
we might also extend the world building stuff to include not just for this.
Yeah,
This game that we're building right now. We might do some like D&D one-shot building too.
Where we have a topic and we have to make a one-shot out of it in the amount of time that we have.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be an interesting one.
That was one that we talked about and potentially doing that and then running the one-shots on stream.
Yeah, where like every 2-3 weeks one week we make a one-shot, then whoever DMs that week will have basically a week to kind of game plan what they want to do. And then we do a very fast one-shot.
Yeah.
Hopefully a very fast one-shot. Hence the one-shot.
Okay, well, it would have to be within the amount of time we stream.
Basically a 2-hour one-shot. So character building for those. We honestly, what we may do is make a character or make several characters. And any players that we have will get to pick from there.
You can't even do combat, like full combat with 2 hours.
You'd have to be very fast combat.
But
or basically you jump right into combat and complete the combat immediately.
We could also do a thing where we world build for stories and then we write short stories and then present those the next week.
Yeah.
That's another thing I'd be interested in. That'd help me do some writing practice.
Speaking of, if anybody is interested, on here, I have been writing some things, basically about stuff in the world. So yeah, I've been.
Yeah, you've been
doing those. Yeah.
Story writing.
Did we? Is this the extra one? Yeah, it is. Okay.
I believe that is the extra. Yeah, because that's the old
this
one.
is the bad one. Okay.
Oh yeah, I didn't have time to set these up in Scrivener because I expected the next time we were going to be world building was Saturday.
Yeah. By Saturday, we will have these fixed.
Yeah, we'll have them up in Scrivener.
So you want to hop in?
I want to do what?
Do we want to go?
Oh, yeah.
Let's get started early today.
I thought you meant, like, do you want me to hop into something on, like, my phone or something? It's like, what do you want me to hop into?
No. We're just...
Okay.
Do you have your scrying dice today?
I do have the dice. I gotta get them out of my bag. I literally walked in the door like
about 20 minutes ago.
No, it was like 15 minutes ago. It was not too long before. Well, I guess 20 minutes ago now because it's been about 15 minutes since we started. But one of my handy dice bags. Ooh, one day we gotta show off all of our dice.
Wait a minute. I just saw something, so we seem to have a minor issue here.
Okay, my brother gave both of us this for Christmas.
We both have mimic boxes. Do you actually have dice in there?
Yes.
Nice.
I told you my dice are...
Oh, that's where all your sharing stones,
yeah,
okay.
all my dice are in here.
Alright.
I got a couple different dice bags. I got this one. I have the one I mainly use is my Piplup one, which I got for Christmas. One of our friends gave me it.
Grab that guy.
Which guy?
That guy.
Oh, the big guy?
Yeah. For anybody wondering how many dice we have.
Oh, it's green!
It's green. That actually looks dope. So this is a very green dice.
It's
you
the
can't
same
see
color as
it.
the background. That's cool.
So you can't see it, unfortunately, but there's a dice. It's got numbers on it. And you can tell how big the numbers are.
You can see the numbers. You can see the outline of it.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
When I said that.
Speaking of mimics, we also have this one right here.
Yep.
Oh, you have dice in this one.
I do have dice in that one. She made me this.
It's a ghost dice.
Huh?
It's a ghost dice.
Yes. It was once a living dice, and then oh yeah. I have the orange dice in here. These are nice dice.
I don't even remember where you got those dice from.
You gave them to me.
Oh, I probably gave them to you whenever I made that.
Orange fire dice. So, but yeah, it's got a tongue and everything.
Yeah, that's my chest I painted and made.
And it's got these teeth, by the way, are actually incredibly sharp. So you're really trying to murder me here.
Yeah, I even did red paint to make it kind of look like blood. It was cool.
And let me tell you, if you close that on your hand,
metal spiral dice.
Metal spiral dice. I haven't seen metal spiral dice, I don't think. But we have these metal dragon cage dice. They make wind chime sounds because they're hollow.
Okay, if I don't cut my hand on this.
Oh no.
You gotta show 'em.
Okay. Yes, we have what are these?
I think those are
Guitars.
Guitar claws.
These are also relatively sharp, not gonna
Yes.
lie.
And they make great wall decorations.
Heard.
Because for some reason we have one of them hanging up, but the other one...
Because we never put the thing in there, the hanger.
Yeah.
Edgy. Yeah, no kidding. I also have katanas, not like super sharp katanas, just
we got them at
katanas.
the Renaissance Festival.
Yeah.
What?
The music.
Oh.
It's like, ah! Alright, I need to turn down my music. I think I can just do this, can't I? If I can find the... There we go. Okay.
There we go.
Picture is in my DMs. Ooh. Let's see. Pictures in my DMs.
You know, we said we were gonna hop right into it.
I know.
And then we got distracted.
Always.
Yeah, that's part of the course.
That's how this works.
Yeah.
Discord.
No, we could totally just do a whole session, like a whole streaming session about just this is our dice collections.
Oh.
Oh, those are pretty.
Those are cool. In case anybody...
Oh, you gotta pull it back a little bit.
It's not gonna focus on them.
Oh
well. But yeah, they're like little flowery dice. Those are pretty cool.
Those are really cool.
Alright. Do you want to go first or second today?
I think I went first last week and I did terrible. So.
Only because you got the leader.
Okay, I got somebody that I did not know how to make it for them.
This shouldn't be the first one.
Yeah, here.
Where's the first one?
Let's see.
We have to change them all.
So, talk while I do this.
Well, we're changing all the allegiances and all the wheels to actually be wheels. Because unfortunately my computer decided
to reset all the things.
To restart one night. And so when I reopened it, I didn't check the wheels to see that all the wheels were one wheel now. So that's fun. Yeah, how have y'all been since
Saturday?
Since Saturday, yep.
We also gotta talk about our question of the day. Oh yeah, no, I can't do it full screen. That does not work on this.
It does not. Also, for everybody, our question of the day is, what is your alignment? What is your preferred alignment as well?
What kind of character do you like playing?
Worked on my game some more, got in touch with some folks about possible playtest. Ooh, nice! Friends or just general people? Like people on like a group or something, basically.
Positive traits?
No, I want to know what their actual human alignment is. Are you chaotic? Are you evil? Are you good? Are you lawful, maybe? Neutral good? Okay. I would say my alignment is probably... lawful good, boring. That's too what?
That is also my alignment. I'm very basic.
Unfortunately, I'd like to think that I'm like chaotic good, but unfortunately I am not. I am like personally lawful good. But I would like to think I'm chaotic good.
You're not though.
My demeanor is chaotic, right?
Oh yeah, you have a chaotic demeanor. I'll give you that.
Okay, I have a chaotic demeanor, so that.
But we know some people who could definitely qualify as chaotic good that really like.
I don't even like being mean to people as Commander Shepard. That's
Halo, right?
Is that Halo? Or what game is that? Is that a game?
Unfortunately,
I would assume so.
I'm not well versed in.
So her character class. Mass Effect.
Mass Effect, okay.
Yeah. See, I never would have guessed that. I have also not played Mass Effect.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not very.
No, Halo was Master Chief.
Oh yeah, I did Master Chief. I haven't played Halo. I only know from secondhand.
Yeah. So she is very much a wizard.
Oh yeah, no, we've already talked about this. I'm like a mouseling wizard who has pretty decent charisma.
Mouseling?
Yeah.
Not a halfling?
No, a mouseling.
All right.
Who has pretty decent like intelligence, charisma, maybe wisdom. Everything else is tank. Like is like my dump stat.
All of her physical stats are dump stats.
My constitution, my dexterity, my strength. That's all less than the average person.
Meanwhile, I am mostly the exact opposite, except for maybe dexterity might be a dump stat.
Dexterity is my main dump stat.
But strength, con, that's all me. I'm pretty good at that. So I'd be more of a barbarian, I'd like to think. You know, wild, crazy, likes to punch things.
Yeah, I keep telling yourself that.
Running around in very little clothing, you know. What? That's what barbarians do.
I couldn't imagine you like that. Oh my gosh. I want you to go to the Renaissance Festival dressed up like a barbarian.
Do not tempt me. I got good dex, decent strength and con, average intellect, 0 wisdom, and average charisma. Good dex, decent strength and con. Are you a rogue? I feel like the rogue. Maybe a bard?
You know, I could also see a fighter.
Oh, fighter. You know what? Yeah. K9's a fighter for sure. Considering they got dex, strength, and con.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because you could be a fighter that uses dex.
Oh, yeah. You can just have a bow as your like your starting weapon.
Or you could use like a...
I'm a human fighter. I'm basic like that. Nice.
That's fair. One of our friends is a human fighter.
All the time.
He only plays human fighters, and he admits that that is also what he would be if he was a class, which is fair because that's what he plays all the time.
All right.
Okay, we got this stuff up.
Roll. Technically, this is rolling, right?
Yeah. Oh, we got a bad guy.
Wait, did
we fix the weights? Hold up.
Did you fix the weights?
Oh yeah, it is fixed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Crazy. All right.
Well, I mean, I think the bad guys are like weighed pretty similar on there. So we got a bad guy. I'm gonna move the locations over because we're gonna find the race first. What?
There we go. We're good. Oh, one of them just got closed.
That was probably the one we needed. Just a second. First one you do. What are you doing?
Go ahead.
Okay, there you go.
Here we go. Ready? Oh, you're gonna be a Iana again, aren't you?
Oh yeah, it will be. We gotta build the Iana lore. Look, we're building their lore.
All we've gotten are 3 Ianas as bad guys.
As 3 hyenas.
Look.
At a certain point, we're gonna start like
not having hyenas.
We're gonna have to make a lion person, and then it'll be Lion King with the hyenas, and then.
No kidding. We're just gonna make Scar. Trying to stay away from the furry races, and all of a sudden everything is furry.
Well, that's on you for putting hyenas as one of the races.
Yeah, I'm aware.
Okay.
Right. What job are they? Please be a bodyguard or something. Give me something I can work with. Of course you're a crafter.
You like all the other ones.
All right.
I'm liking this. Please tell me it's gonna be a girl again too. Please be a no. Well, they're an enchanter. Let's put
enhancer.
Enhancer.
So, this is basically somebody who enhances the potion aspects. That's kind of what their job is. You're gonna be in the desert or the mountains, aren't you? Because we can't get anything else now.
The illusion.
Oh, good! In a lake! Finally, something else, even though I think we also have somebody in the lake, but...
I don't think we do.
No?
Oh, yeah.
No, we have rivers. Yeah.
We don't have lake.
Alright, so somebody at a lake, which means, guys, at least this hyena will be somewhere completely different.
There could be a lake in the desert.
Nope, that's a pond. What is their social class? It's gonna be a noble, because why not?
Bureaucrat or a noble.
It's a noble! Nailed it. Man, we are getting good at this.
We can't get commoners.
Y'all thought anybody was gonna be commoners. No, everybody in this game is nobles. Hey, they are the scariest ones because you never see them coming.
I feel like we should move the commoner, like weigh it more.
You would think, but then we just get everything else and still not get commoner. They're charming. Okay, so this is at least a cute hyena.
We don't know if it's guy or girl yet.
Charming. Gotta find the... Alright, negative. Be lazy, be lazy.
No, they're gonna be sleazy.
They're spoiled.
Yeah, okay, it was pretty close to sleazy. That was like the one over.
That's honestly not that... What is with the hyenas, though? Like, seriously.
Are we doing this one or the dark one?
Dark ones. Sorry. What do you got for me? No.
You're going to something else.
Yes.
We got that one last time too.
Promoting chaos. Okay. I can probably work at that somewhere.
They enhance things to be
promoting
more chaotic.
Chaos. Chaos.
Chaos.
Chaos.
Okay, let's roll the other stuff.
Yep.
Well, now it's time for me to turn on this camera. Ooh, actually, that's the. We're instead gonna do this now.
Why?
And ooh,
there we go.
Look at that. Okay, so we're gonna do their quirk, which we still have to make on a will.
We do.
And it is.
Is that gossip?
They're loud.
They're loud?
They're a loud
So they're loud, charming people. Is this just a bard?
Yes.
Okay.
They're a lake bard.
They're a lake hyena bard.
Who wants chaos. He plays music of chaos.
Alright. I feel like this guy would fit well into your campaign.
Yeah, my campaign's just bards.
Just bards.
Just bards and dragons. And gods.
And, you know, chaotic songs.
Just bards, dragons, gods. A little bit of television here and there. I introduced...
There was one
No, that was a whole subplot with the news station. Y'all still haven't beat the god of television yet.
We banished him. Thank you.
You banished some of the angels of television. You didn't beat the goddess of television. Yeah, I don't know why I decided it was a great idea to introduce television and like a bunch of like one session like television things.
Because we definitely had a main character who had a TV show.
So we had Adventure number 1 who...
I was talking about our buddy's character.
Oh yeah, no. Tanjiro was his character.
My character.
His character's name is Tanjiro, who's a kitsune. But no, he was yeah, we had Tanjiro, who kept finding himself into television subplots, like little rom-com things, and then he was in like a shonen anime. And then
that involved pillow fighting, by the way.
Yeah. And his rival was Adventurer number 1, who was the number 1 adventurer.
Even though he was not.
He's actually an angel that was in disguise, because this goddess of... Well, this angel who became a goddess is tormenting Tanjiro for reasons y'all haven't found out yet, because y'all haven't done the final battle yet.
Wait, was this the Chaos one or the red one?
That's Jester.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. That's fun. What's the item? That is armor.
It's armor? So they also have special armor, because why not?
Yeah, the illusion of choice, right?
Oh, and this is... Valiant.
Like, you think we're gonna do something different, and then we just
do the same thing. We need this, and we need Croatian, right?
Yep. Because the hyenas are Croatian. For some reason.
Getting there.
I know.
There.
Alright,
give me the...
Oh, we got it. Evens, guys. Odds. Evens or odds?
Odds.
Odds are what?
Guys.
Okay. That's a guy. Well, yes. I realized I rolled that and I turned off the camera. It's a 3.
It's a 3.
It's a... Well, I don't think you can even see it. It's a 3.
You have to get that, like, right up there.
Let's see. 3.
We need a light up there, too.
Yeah, I think some cameras have it.
And then...
Have lights on, we could look into that.
We also need to roll more d6s. We still don't have...
6. Do it 6 times.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright.
Edward. We already have an Edward.
Boris. Boris.
Oh, I like Boris.
Alright.
We gotta go Boris.
We're going with Boris the hyena.
You just have some names that you see and you're like, okay, that's a Boris.
And then do one more.
5.
5? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 11. Boris Glavin.
Tonko. Boris Tonko.
Where do you see that?
Tonkovic.
Tonkovic. Alright, I'm okay with
like
Tonko.
No, Tonka. Boris Tonka.
I remember one time I was doing exactly what you guys were doing with a friend. They asked me, okay, what are the odds? I was zoned out and just said, what are the odds? Evens?
Yeah, what are odds? And then evens.
Oh, what are odds? Okay.
Yeah, what are odds?
Okay.
Evens.
Evens? Odds or evens? Not odds or evens, odds are evens.
Odds are evens.
Didn't you know that?
Boris Tonka.
Alright, so we got Boris Tonka. He's a hyena, of course, because all evil people are apparently a hyena. He is a noble Kabbalion, which...
Okay, let's be fair. This is our bard. He's the traveling bard guy.
Which is weird.
The bard sitting in the lake.
The problem is he's a bard, but he crafts things.
He just sits... No, he's like the lady of the lake, but he's the hyena of the lake. He just sits there. He sits there. He's really charming. They're like, we can get our stuff enhanced by the hyena or the hyena of the lake. And he's like, yes, I'll enhance your stuff, but I'm actually adding chaos to them. They're going to be better, but they're also going to be more chaotic.
All right.
He's very loud, though.
Okay, I feel like the loudness, though, doesn't necessarily come from him. I feel like that's part of the promoting chaos.
So, he's spoiled, too. So, in order for you to him actually enhance stuff, people have to bring him fabulous gifts and stuff. He is very well decked out. I'm sorry, whenever I think of Lady in the Lake, for some reason now my mind, after playing Breath of the Wild, just goes to the fairies that come out of the flower petals. I don't know why that's, because they're in like little lakes. It's the big fairy ladies.
Can you give me a 1d4? 1 is gonna be north, 4 is gonna be west.
I'm gonna turn back on the camera.
I think you should just leave the camera on.
Yeah, it's just a little weird having it just stay on. But...
You guys can just look at the dice that appears.
Which die? We're gonna do the sharp one.
I would use the light one. What'd
That's
you get?
fair.
1?
You can't really see a 1d4 that well. It's a 1.
Yeah. Alright, so this lake is going to be in the north somewhere. Frozen lake?
Is he just sitting on top of a frozen lake? Does he have
Possible.
Does he have a shack on top of a frozen lake?
Does he even have a shack?
Does he have a tent on top of a frozen... It's a very extravagant tent on top of a frozen lake. And people come from far and... Ooh,
did his dad buy him a tent on the lake?
Ooh, okay. We're gonna connect things. He enhances, like potions.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, we said in the north, people were looking for a really good potion.
Okay.
For
What's her name?
For the Svenja.
Yes.
To heal Svenja, because Svenja got struck by lightning and she has some sort of lasting effects from her injuries that she needs a potion, and they're going to the north to try to find. So what if he's the person they're looking for in the north?
He's evil.
Well, I'd like to think that even though he's evil, he's really good at what he does. So everybody's like, he's evil, but I could get, like,
But why would he help them?
Works to promote chaos.
That doesn't promote chaos. That heals somebody.
Well, maybe it has side effects that promote chaos. Or maybe it's like, by helping you, I am promoting chaos. Because nobody expects you to survive, and it's going to ruin someone else's plan.
Making it easier for her to fight back, so she gets more into combat with what the Goldenborn?
Maybe. But either way, I feel like this is the character. So we got a character in our Mutagenesis campaign. His name is Jack. Jack is chaos. Jack is the god of luck, basically.
You gotta do that classic. People ask him for something and he twists the words to offer something that
doesn't help as intended. Yeah. So it's
you know what? He could basically just be a genie at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, he can be like Jack. It is basically this entity of luck in our other game. But Jack is basically chaos embodied. Like, he grants people's wishes, but also bends them based on his powers.
Yeah.
Because all he wants is to watch the world burn.
Boris.
He has somewhat of a tragic backstory, but it's not tragic enough of a backstory for him to be as evil as he is.
Can you roll evens odds for me?
What are the evens odds gonna be?
Evens is strong, odds is not. Odds? Okay. Is a weak, small.
He might be weak, but just because he's weak doesn't mean other people think he's weak.
However, actually, you know what? We're gonna do this. Spread wide of a rate of a power pole.
Powerful creature.
Chracter that lives.
So he might also have some of he's a noble, right?
Yes.
What if he has like his dad is the like one of the generals in Cabal's army, so
Very possible.
Cabal's just like, okay, cool, here you
Why not?
have this little bit of power, sure. He's like, yes, I can use my power to get more
of
to spread chaos.
Fair enough. That lives on the lake.
You're thinking of a lake name?
Yeah.
It's an ice lake. So I'm saying the lake Loch Ice.
Loch Ice.
No,
the lake of slush. Wow, nothing about that said slush. There we go, the lake of slush.
So, a lake of slush implies that it is not frozen.
It's partially frozen.
So, how does he live out in the middle of that lake? Is there just a little island?
I said lives near.
Oh, he lives near. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was gonna live inside the lake. Just be like...
No.
just be like freezing and be like...
No, he's got fur on, it's fine.
He's got his fur on. It's
yeah,
fine.
exactly.
Now, okay, so are these hyena people actually hyenas, or are they just really hairy
They're just super hairy people.
that just have really sharp, like, fang-like teeth?
Yeah.
And are kind of mangy.
Yeah. They're like bugger.
You're a bugbear.
Alright, that lives near the lake of slush. I really hate that word, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
Slush. A lake of slush?
Yeah.
It just makes me think it's a slushy lake. Like
yeah.
it's got a section that's cherry, a section that's blueberry, a little Coca-Cola in the back.
It might. You never know. Like a slush.
Oh, does he work at a 7-Eleven?
No.
Is there a 7-Eleven in the middle
no
of this
7-Eleven.
lake?
It's 7-9. Get it right.
No, it's just a convenience store. It's a Victorian era convenience store.
That lives near the Lake of Slush. There we go. Okay. And
for some reason, all of these hyena guys to me just seem like comic relief. Like, I know they're the only bad guys we've gotten so far, except for Edward.
Yeah.
Who was technically a neutral guy who became bad, but like
a larger hyena by the name of Boris.
Like all of these hyenas, like we have the other one like that we did last week, who's literally just a secretary in a wig Like, it's just like
The only one who's like actually evil right now is the one up in the mountains.
one up in the mountains who is like, I am a crafter who crafts arrows, that are what was it? That have heat sensing properties.
It's actually fragile, weak.
Which then that technology was then found by the bad guys, and they're like, let's just make guns out of this. Just make heat sensing guns. And then she's like, oh no, I'm out of business. Well, let's take my money and work for the bad guys now. Yeah, what if we just get all bad guys today? And they're all hyenas.
It wouldn't surprise me. To be fair, I feel like hyenas are... whenever they do hunt, they hunt in packs. Right? They're not solo hunters, they're scavengers.
At a certain point, if we get too many hyenas, are we just gonna hyenas
we're just gonna ban hyenas for a while.
No, you're banned. You can't play a hyena, you're banned.
What are you doing? Here. Oh.
I think you're caught on the side of your mouse pad.
Oh god, this is rough. These range from crafting, or from...
So, he's a fragile hyena. His main ability is to craft enhancers. Well, does he enhance more than just what kind of enhancements?
Well, I'm getting there.
I was gonna make a dirty joke, but it's fine. I was like, people come to...
These range from enhancing potions to
I know, family friendly.
Enhancing potions that are single target, that only deal damage to one person, to spreading their effects to many people. There we go. I was trying to figure out how to say that without saying single target and multi-target. It doesn't.
I want to say that
there. He also creates.
But Boris wears a crown, and he has a little scepter. It's a tiny scepter. This big.
People.
And he just holds onto the tiny scepter, and he's like, "Yes, I am King Boris."
What is that? Stores. There we go. Or
he is Boris of the North.
Gosh dang it. Hang on. Or no, those are all items. Those are also those. Where are you?
How do you think Boris's voice sounds?
Or the div. Yeah. Oh, come on. This is killing me. I don't know why all of a sudden this is so rough.
I don't know why you're not just doing this with your keyboard.
Or the div counterparts.
I want to get a Duende. We haven't gotten a Duende yet.
Any of them, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
We keep getting Zvergan. And while dwarves are cool and all, like, I'm an elf girl. So. Specifically the little Santa ones.
Anyways.
Yeah,
as Resastors or the div counterparts.
I actually, in my campaign, I did a Christmas one-shot. That ended way less disastrous than your most recent Christmas one-shot.
The classic Boris.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in.
Of course. Have a good one, K9. We'll be streaming Saturday as well.
Yep.
And I totally put the schedule on Twitch. Definitely didn't forget that.
And I will put it on Twitch after we get done.
Wow,
then.
Look at the light. Anyways, have a good night, K9.
But yeah, My Christmas one shot that was that had elves in it because it had the tiny elves. Luckily, actually, I was gonna say that none of my players were elves, but technically one of my players was an elf. Because Sora, one of my PCs in my campaign, is an undead elf.
Silver with.
But yeah, my whole like Christmas one shot where they're gonna be like going through the North Pole and like fighting like evil Frosty, evil reindeer, and then finally evil Santa. All that was ruined.
It was not ruined.
Because they get there and they decide to pull a Shrek and be like, yeah, we're the health inspectors.
And it worked because I rolled a nat 20.
She freaking were a bard and rolled a nat 22. So, yeah, I made them fight Santa just because I wanted them to fight Santa. But, like, all my other plans were ruined. They were able to just kind of, like, go through.
We did have to fight the reindeer.
Yeah,
and we murdered those, too.
Yeah, y'all murdered them, and then the necromancer raised one, and now they have a pet reindeer.
Scepter. There you go. Deep blue coat.
Oh, he also has armor, remember?
I know.
Is his armor... I think his armor should just be his,
His coat.
His coat.
Yeah. However, this coat, well, actually, the coat...
It's a very warm coat. It has the fur of other creatures. Does it have a lot of pockets in it? And the pockets go to other dimensions? It's
that's
like
too magic!
It was gifted to him by Cabal.
No!
That's where he gets his enhancement power from. Is he sticks the stuff in his pockets and he pulls them back out and it's like, it's enhanced now.
The coat has been altered to include mini...
He takes the skin of other creatures as payment to add to his coat.
Been altered to include mini pockets, most of which he sews.
I think that's a good idea.
Himself.
He just has a blanket with the fur of all the other creatures.
After accepting
you give him a lock of hair when he sews it in.
Includes the fur from other creatures.
That's pretty chaotic, right?
From the desert/volcano-like regions.
Yeah.
Yes, he is very weird.
He's a bad guy.
He promotes chaos. We're about to get to that point. Before he will enhance anything, he always...
Do you think this guy has, like,
sews his pockets first.
Do you think this guy has a good or a bad relationship with his father?
Oh, he's got a great relationship.
Ah.
His dad is not a hyena. He's adopted. Yeah. His dad is actually a harpy.
His dad's Cabal. Is his godfather?
No.
He's just like, you know what, kid? I like you. I like your I like your spirit. Promote chaos for me? Haha, you know it. That's what I like to hear. You got a great laugh there.
Despite...
And then he goes back to his dad to complain whenever he needs something. It's like, Dad, they didn't give me enough fur.
Cabal just hands him a pocket full of fur.
Like,
no. No.
He just goes crying back to his dad whenever he runs into an issue. He is spoiled.
Being incredibly well...
But he is charming. So they like giving them their fur.
Yeah. Incredibly well done. They always come with a drawback. Usually involving the potions backfiring or the stitching / welding breaking. Yeah.
But I think, like, they have to be good enough for people to want to come back, I think. Like, they do what they're supposed to do, but they also just have unintended side effects.
True. Despite these issues, customers keep returning. What are you doing?
I'm moving the class for your necklace to the back.
Okay. Returning because they enjoy.
Maybe they get addicted to the chaos.
Aesthetic of his home.
Oh, we totally could have just made him a drug dealer.
Often includes music blaring through ion through massive speakers that can be
what's the difference between include and ion include?
One includes ions.
Okay.
Either a positive or a negative charge.
It could be a positive or a negative thing if it includes.
Through massive speakers that can be heard.
Okay, how does he have speakers?
They're cups. But they're really big cups.
Okay.
Look, that's for me to come up with when I get to him. Alright?
Okay. I'm just questioning the logic, but it sounds like you got it pretty.
Here, you want me to do this for you? They're in quotations now.
Maybe the massive speakers are just really tall people.
Shh. It's just really tall people going, ah!
It's music blaring through massive speakers. They're just singing.
That can be heard.
I rolled a 9.
In the nearby vicinity. They're not really that big. They're actually just pretty normal sized people going, ah!
It's other hyenas.
Yeah.
Going, these hyenas are supposed to be the comedy relief. They're like the team skull.
Outsiders often find this.
Like, I don't think even the most evil one of these guys, I don't think is going to be anywhere near as evil as literally anybody else. I think Edward is our most evil guy we've made so far. Edward being a parfait, who are like these superhuman type guys who have been selectively created by the humans. So they're like humans that they've selectively created and put aside to do superhuman things. It's like the Captain America program, right? Where they were making Captain America, but like on a more mass scale. And then there's somewhat questionable like morals behind it. And then Edward was in a group that kind of got some common sense and wasn't brainwashed. And was going to join the bad guys, and then all of his friends were killed, and then he was like, you know what, because all my friends were killed by the good guys, that's more reason enough to be a bad guy. Like, he seems like the most evil one of these guys, versus, hyena in a wig secretary, Boris of the North, Ice King.
Oh wait, Boris of the North, isn't that actually a movie?
Maybe.
Pretty sure it's about a polar bear.
Maybe.
Anyways.
I think it's Norm of the North.
Norm of the North, that's it. Okay, cool. The music no longer
No, Boris of
seems
the
to
North just sounds like
bother
it's
them.
King Sovereign Boris of the North. I've been lately at work, I've just been listening to like English history, which also just kind of expanded to greater European history, and this won't be like a true world unless we have 4 popes there at the same time. The Pope, the anti-pope, and the others.
Every item.
And they all have to be hyena popes.
Or quite.
Is Boris the hyena pope of the North? Or you could have like the witches in like Oz. So he's the bad witch of the North.
More often.
I think you could just have like 4 hyenas in the different corners of the world.
No. The higher the price he requires.
You just pay him in hair. That's just weird.
His,
I'm sure. I'm guessing that fur will be considered one of the material component types, but
his
like,
godfather.
it's just weird. But right now, in the podcast I've been listening to a couple different ones, but the one I'm currently listening to, I'm listening to an episode about the gunpowder plot, which is pretty fun. I always enjoy a nice explanation about the gunpowder plot. It's where we get the word guy from, of course.
Gunpowder?
No, from the gunpowder plot by Guy Fawkes.
Oh, fair. Which?
Who left such an impact on this country. Ooh. I don't know if I've heard of that before.
What is that? Which he takes a liking.
I'm really considering getting the book, A History of the English Speaking Peoples, I believe is what it's called. It's from Winston Churchill, which is just a generally reference book about the history of England.
Look her up. It's a person.
Interesting.
Greater value to those materials.
I am looking.
And then, his wares typically fail.
Ah, it's the documentary.
Oh, interesting.
Remember, I think you,
Oh, isn't that a newer thing?
It's that one right there.
Yeah, okay.
It's a mockumentary.
Um,
Mockumentary. Interesting. I like mockumentaries.
And then keep going. I'm almost done.
Going. Oh, because you're almost done. You need me to keep stalling for
yes.
you.
Which he takes a liking to and
but yeah, gunpowder plot definitely just sounds like something some group of like D&D people would make up as their plot. It's just a series of things going wrong. Like it was the people that thought, like, you know what, our best plan is we're gonna blow up Parliament.
To Anne Frank because she didn't think to write it down in her diary. All right.
I gotta watch this
what
now.
most
It sounds
would
pretty
consider the best crafts.
But yeah, so their plan was, okay,
North.
we're the Catholics, and the British are Protestants now, and you know the Catholics and the Protestants had their whole feud, but they thought, you know what? We're going to blow up Parliament with a bunch of gunpowder stored under Parliament. It was pretty good until a series of unfortunate events occurred. Part of their stupidity. So one of the guys checked in. Actually, Guy, I believe, was the guy who checked into the hotel they're staying at under the name of John Johnson, because that was the most creative name and the most believable name you could make. But they had a series of events that included Parliament not going into session at the time they thought they were going to go into session because of the plague. They got postponed because of the plague. And then when they were going to reopen, and the plan was commencing, one of the guys that was in the plot had a friend in Parliament that he really didn't want to get exploded with gunpowder, so he sent him a letter, and it just said, hey, maybe don't show up to work today, which then raised alarm bells. The gunpowder that they smuggled in got wet, so people just walked, the people who saw that letter and were like, hey, that's suspicious, let's check this out, just walked in on Guy Fawkes standing next to all these barrels of gunpowder with a torch trying to warm up the gunpowder in order for it to actually work, which is so stupid, because he was trying to warm up the gunpowder with a torch and managed to not explode. So whenever Guy Fawkes actually did, the whole thing was uncovered and everything, and the group, was being sentenced to be because they're committing treason, so they're gonna be hanged, drawn, and quartered, everything. Guy Fawkes was walking up to the gallows to be hung, tripped, fell, and broke his neck.
Wow. All right.
So they couldn't even execute him right. And then the British now just kind of celebrate the day by burning effigies of Guy Fawkes and all the other guys. But our term guys comes from Guy Fawkes, which is pretty fun.
A powerful Chracter. All right.
So thank Guy Fawkes for V for Vendetta. Oh yeah, because the Mask and V for Vendetta are Guy Fawkes.
It's hilarious that they celebrate the day.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so hilarious.
So which day was this?
November the 5th, which is Bonfire Day in England.
Okay.
Or Thanksgiving Day in England, because they're giving thanks for the fact that their parliament wasn't exploded. And by the way, if you're part of the gunpowder plot, we don't like you type thing, because we're gonna burn effigies of these people who attempted to blow up Parliament, burn Wickerman. Right.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then people started calling other people guys as an insult type. It was like, hey, look at that guy right there.
Did you ever read up on the assassination?
Oh yeah, no, I actually did listen to a podcast earlier today about it, as an episode of it, and yeah, it's just somehow it was meant to happen, I guess, because all of the comedy of errors that happened that day, of where it's they tried to explode him with a grenade. The guy that threw the grenade threw it in the wrong place. Nobody actually ended up dying from the grenade. The guy was going to jump into the river in order to get out that way instead of being caught. So he took a cyanide capsule, jumped into the river that was only a little bit of water. Cyanide capsule, which did not work. It was expired.
Oh goodness. And then, universe really wanted that guy dead, clutching victory from the jaws of defeat.
Yeah, and
nice.
then so the cars went a different way to carry on the route, because instead of them, being like, you know what, somebody tried to assassinate you, maybe we should stop. They're like, you know what, it's just a fluke. Let's just keep going. Let's change our route. And then whenever they were changing the route, somebody didn't get the memo, went the wrong way. The car that the Archduke was in was like, hold up, what are we doing? kind of stopped a minute in front of the sub shop, where another guy who was part of the whole, like, the Black Hands, the assassin type group, was sitting there eating at the sub shop, looked up and was like, "That's the guy."
Nice.
And then he tried to take his cyanide caps afterwards, which was also expired.
I think I didn't get it.
So,
right.
yeah, no, it's like the fact that that actually happened and then triggered a bunch of world events was meant to happen, I guess, because it just a comedy of errors. Kind of tragic because, you know,
something like that.
World War I happened, which was then followed by the second one.
Yeah.
But, like,
I did the thing.
Yeah, you did the thing. Okay.
Sorry.
Let me read it for you. You want me to start?
Sure.
Okay. Rumors have spread far and wide of a powerful crafter that lives near the Lake of Slush. A large hyena by the name of Boris. However, these are just rumors. Boris is actually a frail hyena.
Fragile.
A fragile hyena. And his main ability is to craft enhancers, if you know what I mean. These range of enhancing potions that only deal damage to one person to spreading their effects to many people. However, it doesn't stop there. He also creates items that make people seem as large as Rosastors or the Div counterparts.
Divs are ogres, by the way.
The classic look of Boris includes a deep blue coat with white fur, and he carries a shining light blue brilliant scepter that's very small. The coat has been altered to include many pockets, most of which he sews himself after accepting payments, which include the fur from other creatures from the desert/volcano regions specifically. Before he will enhance anything, he also sews his pockets first. Despite his enhancements being incredibly well done, they always come with a drawback, usually including the potions backfiring or the stitching/wielding breaking. Despite these issues, customers keep returning because they enjoy the aesthetic of his home, which includes music blaring through massive speakers that can be heard in the nearby vicinity. Many outsiders often find this music to actually be incredibly annoying, as it is just a group of 30 hyena who claim to be the band called Hyena and the Dogs. Mostly, it's just annoying laughter, but when adventurers go into his home, after working up the tolerance, the music no longer seems to bother them. Mostly because they just ignore it. However, Boris also gives them an extra item for every item bought that actually seems to work quite well. The more often you visit Boris, the higher the price he requires, usually because his godfather, Cabal, will often provide him with incredibly rare materials, which he takes a liking to and raises his prices to be of equal or greater value to those materials. His love of chaos keeps him from making what most would consider the best crafts in the north due to their often faulty nature. The band of hyena he keeps with him is the most surprising part, as they are all girls. When asked why they joined Boris and his home, this is what they had to say. He's cute and weak, and we just want to help him so he can feel powerful one day. He also lets us sing as loud as we want. It is also funny when adventurers have to return to get their gear fixed because they think they broke it again. Tee hee hee.
Yep. We have a choice to make.
Unfortunately, I wish I could just, say that was censored. Oh, our camera froze.
Did it? Oh, it did freeze. Weird. Why did you freeze?
So you can probably hear us, but you probably can't see our camera because it froze.
That is weird. Is the other one working still?
Yes.
The other one's working. God, that is terrible.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, we gotta figure out why the other camera. What's wrong with it?
Yeah.
Unfortunately. But yeah. Our guy, the. Yeah. Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about your guy that you just wrote about?
What do you mean? Talk about him? You just read it.
Yeah. I mean, explain a little bit more. Like.
I mean, I don't have anything else. That's the thing. So, can you deny that?
Unfortunately.
So he is honestly a song promoter. It's kind of what we're going for, or is what I went for. But his main business is so his main business is going to be crafting, but he's the side promoter for a band called Iana and the Dogs.
That just sounds like a lot of girls that he's just convinced to.
Yeah, exactly. And the reason that they all joined him, again, was because they like that he's weak and fragile, and he's adorable, he's adorkable, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you do? Or did you just add it again?
We're gonna figure out what's up with the camera, but
okay. And so they all joined him because he's weak and they want to make him feel powerful, and it's a plus that they get to sing super loud.
Let's see. We can probably just use this one right now. There we go. This, like this.
Are you gonna hold it there the entire time?
No, I gotta figure out how to fix it.
I would honestly just leave it like that for right now. Actually, can you like lower it a little bit?
Do it like this.
Yeah. And so yeah, that's pretty much him. He is spoiled. He calls Cabal his godfather, but Cabal also just wants him to make items.
I thought Cabal makes items.
He does, but he actually makes magic items. He's just giving this dude materials and like, here, go
have
items.
Fun.
Right.
Go have fun, kid. You remind me of me when I was younger.
Yeah, and not annoying. But yeah, Boris actually makes super good items. They just often break because he likes the chaos part of it. I think you may just have to take that one off and redo it.
I'm figuring it out, but
right? I bet you that would work if you just get rid of it.
I think the camera itself is what froze.
Maybe.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead. Keep talking. I got it.
And so yeah, I don't have anything else to say about him. That's what we write for.
I guess that's fair.
If I knew more about him, I would have written more.
Again, 'tis fair.
Let's see, what else about him? Most people honestly probably find him annoying and don't really want to go talk to him, but he makes good crafts, and the ones that he gives to people, it unscrews.
Hold on just a second. We're just gonna turn the camera off real quick, guys, and we'll just talk.
Yes, it unscrews, by the way.
Okay.
And okay. So yeah, most people probably just find him super annoying, and only the people who can tolerate his music go to him. For what reason? Again, he makes great crafts, despite them breaking pretty often. And so yeah. Words.
Okay. What kind of character do you want our next one to be? Like, what are your hopes?
I'm hoping it's a good guy. We don't get good guys.
I'm kind of wanting another non-brew, cause like I'm just we only
No,
have...
you wanted one day. We know.
Have we even made? We've made one non-brew, right?
Did we?
We made Lori. Lori was our only non-brew.
True, and she's a Nesotarian.
Yeah, she's not even one of the good guys. Like,
yeah,
she's just a neutral.
You would think
girl.
that our non-brew would be our highest number, but right now I think actually the Yana
is, yeah. I'm getting the camera. We just gotta use this camera today, cause it's not set up for the green screen, but
it is not. He's someone you go to see because you have to, not because you want to. Exactly. Yeah, thank you. But like I said, he makes great crafts. He once you get used to the annoying laughter music, it kind of works. You could change the resolution on that, by the way, to make it smaller.
We are about to.
It's that second one. Oh no, that's.
I'm getting it.
Okay. I did the 1280 by 720.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's kind of cool. He's adorable. But he is still evil because all of his stuff breaks. So that's the evil spin I'm going with. So, yeah. People can get mad at me saying he's not really that evil. Well, there's varying levels of evil, okay? That's all I have to say.
I guess that's fair.
Some people are super duper evil. Other people are like, well, I'm more of a minor inconvenience evil.
And we're not going big, like, just like,
One of these days, once we get like a commoner Iena, that guy will be evil. That guy will be really evil. Oh no! My dragon's wing broke off. Claw broke off.
Okay, he says the guy sounds like he's lazy.
He is lazy, yes. I can see that. Oh no! My dragon's claw broke off.
Oh no!
See?
Oh no, you're gonna have to fix him. Well, they can't see, cause
That's sad. Alright. I don't know how to fix that right away. It takes a lot of effort to be lazy. To be evil, yes. It honestly takes a lot of effort to be lazy, too. But, yeah, no, he is definitely lazy. He is, oh, sorry. He makes his stuff and then gets paid, and he just likes being warm. That's all he's doing. He's just trying to be warm as much as possible. So
why doesn't he just live somewhere else?
Because that would require moving. And all of his customers know where he is. He's at the Lake of Slush. But I mean, that's like moving your entire shop and then not telling anybody that you've moved your entire shop. You know?
I don't know. Just sounds like a bad business guy to me.
He's not that bad of a business guy. That's why he keeps getting business. But yeah, he lazy, makes decent items, calls Cabal his godfather. Cabal is not actually his godfather.
Well, does he call him his godfather in like a mafia kind of way?
Sure. I think he just calls him godfather because he doesn't know what else to call him. You would think he would call him, oh great dark lord evil guy,
How
but
about Pops?
Hey homie, my dude. No, he doesn't call him those.
How about Daddy-O?
Daddy-O?
Daddy-O.
No,
Papa.
maybe. Oh, Papa. Gosh dang it.
Don't mind all the clicking. I am cropping.
What are you trying to do?
I'm just cropping.
Okay. But yeah, y'all tell me what you guys what y'all are hoping for. By the way, we did not make a copy of that.
I can do it right now. Oh crap, we didn't make a copy of that, you're right. We're in the same pickle as we were before.
So.
Unfortunately, the chroma key wasn't really working on my...
We'll get the freaking camera set up again. I don't know why everything hates
decided
me today.
to break.
Our first camera broke as I tried turning on OBS and it was just like, nope, I refuse. So then I attached the second camera and it started working. So that's why you guys had, the good camera there for a while. And now that one's broken. So now we're using our other camera.
Now we're using our backup camera.
So, I mean,
how many cameras do you have left?
These are it. To be fair, this one's not broken, I don't think, because it still is powered on and everything. So it can still work. It just froze for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know where all it's at to go in and look at it, so yeah. I'll have to play around with that off screen. Okay. Ba-ba-da, I think we got it. Yay, we're back. We're back to just having everything now.
Sort of.
Yeah, sort of.
And then we're gonna do this right here. I'm gonna go like that, and we're gonna go.
Insert page break.
Insert break page break.
Oh, whenever I get this all in Scrivener, you're gonna be like, how did I live without this?
And we're gonna go.
Hey, look, we can actually show the dying.
Can we?
We can show the.
Yeah. Look.
I mean, it still kind of blends in the background.
Big dice. There you go. Now you can see. And dang it. There we go.
Natural 20.
Nat 20. There we go. Whew. That was hard.
You know who else says nat 20?
No.
Someone who is 20 years old.
Shush. And what? No.
Okay, this gets to be my guy, right?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Hey, freak.
And I do mean my guy. This is gonna be a guy.
This is gonna be a guy.
I'm not gonna roll for it. This is just gonna be a guy.
Nope, you gotta roll for it.
I'm invoking the predestination rule.
No, we don't have that. That's not a rule. Can't just involve rules that don't exist yet.
I invoke the rule of fate has been determined.
Oh my god, what are you doing? Why are you being dumb?
Because it is.
Oh, wait, I know why. Boop. There we go. Okay, nailed it. Alright, there you go.
Yeah! Do whatever I want and get away with it.
Denied. That rule does not exist.
Oh, I know why you turned the screen this way. It's because of the camera.
Yes.
I was like, why is your screen sideways? Okay. It's turned towards you and not towards me.
What?
Your screen.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what alliance they're on.
It's gonna be a bad guy again.
Yeah, we're going bad guys.
I don't know what's with our odd luck.
Hyena.
Don't be any hyena. Don't be any hyena.
Yeah!
Oh my goodness.
I invoke the duplicity rule.
What's the duplicity rule?
I'm rolling again.
Okay. You're just invoking a lot of... A Zhao?
What's a Zhao?
I believe that is a Naga.
What's a Naga?
Snake.
What's a Naga with you?
Actually, no. I think Zhao might be troll.
Time to pull up our handy dandy guide.
To be fair, I wouldn't know. We never
it's
get them.
Goblin.
Oh!
We got a goblin.
These are the basic dudes.
We got a goblin in our parts. Oh yeah, we could do that.
What?
We could roll 3 each time and then choose between them for variety's sake.
You know what? Do that.
Now, did we do that with the alliance too?
No.
Okay.
There we go. I fixed my dragon, guys. All right, so we got a goblin, or a no?
A hyena. I really think I'm feeling the goblin here.
Goblin, okay.
He is a Zao. His name is Zao Zao.
You know what? Honestly, do that for a couple of these things. No, we don't need that.
Jobs. Okay.
We're gonna give him 3 jobs.
3 jobs.
Or 3 possibilities of jobs. There we go. So he's a scientist. Oh, we've only had 2 of those already.
He could be a scientist. He could be
an actor.
Or he can be
a mercenary. Oh, he could be a mercenary. Come on, mercenary.
We either have actor, mercenary, or
he's one
scientist.
He's one of the mercenary guards for what's his name?
We either have Boom Boom Fire guy. He's mixing the he's the scientist, or we have the
I'm an actor.
I am an actor. You haven't seen Series of Unfortunate Events, right?
The movie or the TV show?
I meant the TV show, but technically I've
seen the movie.
You know Count-Ola.
Yes.
I'm an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or he's a guard.
Or he's a mercenary.
To be
Not
fair,
just a guard, a mercenary. By the way, we're on a bowling league. Did you know that there are, like, mercenary-esque people on the... Okay, this is...
There are people that aren't on a team that join teams each week.
Like, they're freelance bowlers.
They are.
It's kind of weird when you sit back and think about it.
And they tend to be pretty decent.
Yeah, no, but I had this thought last week that it's like, we actually have mercenaries in our bowling league.
Ringers, yeah. I think he should be a guard, personally.
Mercenary?
Yeah.
Let's...
Because finally we have another combatant.
Okay.
Because we actually have 0 combatants so far.
Really?
0 of them.
Wow. Okay. We're gonna tentatively say he's a guard mercenary, but let's move over here. We're
Are we gonna give him 3 of these too?
Yeah.
Okay. A pond. A valley. Or the mountains.
Oh. Pond, valley, or mountains. So if I did valley, we could tie it into the one. But I kind of want to do...
We're trying to tie it into this guy's story. To Boris's story. Or is Boris just his own story? This was your rule. You wanted to...
That was my idea, and it was because it worked so well the first week, and it's been working well, but...
I think we can do mountains.
I kind of want to do mountains, and I want to tie them into the first week story.
I'm down.
Okay, we're going to do mountains. We're going to tentatively say mercenary.
Why tentatively?
If something else sparks, and I'm like, you know what, he an actor.
Why is he a merchant? No.
Merchant, a noble, or...
Why does everybody want to be freaking nobles? Or a merchant?
Yeah, he's gonna be a merchant.
Alright.
He's gonna be a merchant.
You know you gotta write all this down,
yes,
right?
Yes, he's gonna be a merchantary.
A merchantary?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Merchant.
He is a...
Cabalion.
A mermaid.
A mercenary.
I'm a mercenary.
You know
I'm
that would be cool. A mermaid mercenary. Mercenary.
I'm a merchantary. I'm a merchantary.
A merchantary.
Okay. His job. We're gonna say he is a
mercenary guard.
Mercenary guard. How's he a mercenary guard under Cabal's army? feel like most of Cabal's army is not mercenaries.
You would be amazed.
Let's see. Now we got positive traits.
Mercenaries are generally just whatever.
I want to say the positive and negative traits. I think we should roll 3 times.
Yeah.
And take 2.
Okay.
What do you think?
I'm down for that. It's all about improving.
Yeah.
Traditional, of course. So he's a traditional mercenary.
Mercenary.
And he's objective. When he gets a goal, he goes for it.
No, objective means that, I believe non-biased.
Yeah. Or focused. Focused! There we go.
He's focused, and he's traditional.
Yeah.
He's traditional. Unfortunately, his traditional ways are not good.
Correct.
He's focused.
He's a man of focus.
He's a man of focus.
Or a girl of focus.
A woman of focus. Okay.
Same thing?
Yes.
Now we have... He's uncooperative, even though that would not make for a good mercenary guard. He's callous. What does callous mean?
Jeremy's gonna look it up. I believe it.
I mean, you can...
He's probably gonna be callous and attentive. Oh, gee. He's focused and inattentive.
Showing or having an insensitive and cruel disregard for others. So he's gotta be callous.
He's gotta be callous.
So I'd go callous and uncooperative. He's gotta be a...
Okay, he's uncooperative, but that's why he's not in an army. That's why he's a mercenary.
Yeah, exactly. And you were curious as to how he was a mercenary.
A mercenary. Okay, I think the motivations, we should give him 2 motivations, too.
Okay.
I think we should give him one from the dark character motivations and one from the normal.
Okay. Why?
To give him more complexity.
Okay.
Give me more to work with. We're gonna roll 3 times from here, and...
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Actually, that one would work. Proving someone wrong. Maybe somebody was like, man, you can never be a guard. And he was like, well, screw you. Or he just wants to be really good at what he does.
Does he want to be an actor?
So he's a mercenary who wants to be an actor, or was he an actor who wants to be a guard?
Or does he an actor guard? Is he acting as a guard because he wants to be a merchant? Why are all the bad guys just comedy relief?
Because we keep making them that?
Yeah, I think it's a problem with us at a certain point. Goal or talent. I think it was hidden. Maybe it was just pursuing a goal. I've already closed out of it.
Pursuing mastery of a skill or talent.
And the dark ones, we're gonna do the same thing.
Having it all. I feel like he's not greedy, though. Controlling others, maybe. But being a mercenary guard, he wouldn't be controlling anybody. Ruining someone's life.
This one.
Sure.
Ruining someone's life. Whose life does he want to ruin?
Them. Location was mountain.
It doesn't have to be the same mountain. It could be a new mountain.
Alright. My turn.
Okay. You're gonna roll these, but we can't roll them.
I know. Unfortunately.
On camera, unfortunately. So we're gonna do this 3 times. So he could be lucky.
Lucky.
Unlucky.
Unlucky. Interesting.
Or sickly.
Interesting.
Do we... unlucky, or sickly?
We already have a lucky guy.
We also have an unlucky guy.
No, we don't.
I believe. I think the guy with the compass is unlucky.
No, he was... What was he? He was something else.
So he was unlucky because he keeps doing the wrong thing on his compass. Oh, we didn't get animal. I wish we would have gotten an animal companion.
Right.
The Mermercaniary with his mermaid.
You could do sickly.
Is he just pretending not to be sick because he's an actor?
Maybe. Alright.
He's traditional. He's focused.
He's got a special weapon. Or... What is that one?
An amulet. Right there.
An amulet. Or... An amulet.
I think it's wanting us to do an amulet.
I think we're going amulet. And do you want to go sickly?
We're gonna do unlucky.
Unlucky?
Let's find his name. So we didn't actually figure out if it was guy or girl yet. It is a guy.
It's odd.
Yeah, it's odd. It's fine.
Nice. So another dude.
We're gonna do this one time. Boop.
Okay, but is it Croatian?
Yeah, I think all the ones are Croatian.
Oh.
I think he made all of Cabal ones Croatian.
Maybe.
I like Dinko.
Dinko?
Or Bruno.
Oh.
Emmanuel. Gabriel.
Bozzy.
Alexander. Philip.
I like Auntie. You should go Auntie.
I like Dinko. He's a goblin named Dinko.
Alright, sure. We can make Dinko.
Yeah. It's the Dinko. It's the Dinko, the goblin. That just sounds like a goblin's name.
6.
Reaper.
Dinko Repar.
Uto.
Dinko Dominic.
Dinko Dominic. Yeah, I kind of like Dinko Dominic.
And his name is Dee.
His name is Dee. Yeah, that's fair. I can't copy and paste.
You cannot.
Dominic.
Dinko Dominic.
Okay, he's the mercenary. He's got an amulet. He's unlucky.
Alright, what you got for this one? What you thinking?
Okay, whose life does he want to ruin? Okay, he's traditional. He's focused.
So, Butter, does he not like, Lori?
We don't know if this is the same mountain. And I'm almost going to say this is the start of a new storyline.
Okay.
Because we've been working between 2 different storylines for the past few weeks.
Yeah.
Like, the past 2 weeks, we've been doing the same storyline. And the top guy on here is kind of... Actually, he's a different storyline.
Yeah.
Could be the Ice Mountains.
You know what? Roll a 1d4.
So 1.
4? Why? Alright, 1 is the north, so it's also in the north.
This is the Ice Mountains. We got... So, Dinko had 1 goal in life.
Oof.
Probably. That's what he says. But he never quite finishes.
So if there's anybody new watching, our question today was, what is your alignment? So this is like you can either do your own personal alignment or, you know, like, if you were playing a D&D character or something, what would you try to make your character's alignment, if it could be anything? I believe I said mine was, unfortunately, lawful good. Yours is definitely lawful good.
Yeah.
I like to think of myself as chaotic good. Because that's my demeanor. Alright. Honestly, what if he was just a merchant that became a guard? He got tired of the merchant life and wanted to be more, like, proactive in fighting. Super awesomely cool amulet. Oh, is this for D&D? So not quite. This is actually for a new system that we're making. It is a system called Materia. We are getting inspired from our time DMing D&D and Mutants and Masterminds and a bunch of different TTRPGs. And kind of the goal of this game, of this world, is more roleplay focused and to really engage players. We haven't really come up with many of the mechanics yet. Right now we're mainly just doing character building because it's more fun. But we have decided that we're going to be doing a lot of world building streams, Wednesdays and Saturdays. And tonight we're doing character building tonight because we kind of forgot. We kind of sprung this. I kind of sprung this last minute, so we didn't really have any time to work out any of the extra details that we were looking for. But a lot of work there. Yeah, no kidding. It is a lot of work. And honestly, it's fun work. We have races. A lot of the human races or a lot of the good aligned races. Sorry. A lot of the good aligned races have sort of been fleshed out. As far as their appearance, kind of their general economy system, or political system, there we go. Oh, sorry. And a lot of the humanoid kingdoms, so this world's version of humanoids, their kingdoms have been fleshed out. I have written past descriptions and present descriptions because this world, once we do start running it, is going to be a 2-part campaign. There is a past campaign that is going to be leading up to the destruction of the big bad evil guy. And the current campaign, which is in one of our favorite podcasts, their words, the campaign after the campaign. So it is going to be after the big bad evil guy has been destroyed, and the journey thereafter. Because unfortunately, the destruction of the big bad evil guy does not necessarily mean that the big bad evil guy is dead for good. Because in this world, there are basically 3 divine-like entities. They are the Valiant, who is the good guy. He is what most people would probably call God. There is Cabal, who he is the evil god. And then there is the Esotai. The Esotai is a neutral being that technically works for Valiant, but was forced into coming to this world to get back what he was supposed to protect. Even though he doesn't necessarily seem like it was his own fault. So he's been voluntold to go after it again. And there are people in the world who are very neutral to the whole combat going on between the good and the bad. So right now we are making Dinko, who is a Zhao, which is a goblinoid-like creature. Are you going to play it on stream? We are. We are 100% going to play this one on stream.
100%.
And I like our concept because session 0, session 1, because honestly, I don't think we're going to do person character building. We might. We could technically do person character building so that you guys can all be, in on the character building process too. We may also just do that off stream eventually. But session 0 is gonna be like kind of learning everybody's backstory to start. And I think it's gonna be a cool concept because we're basically gonna start in the middle and then work our way to the middle and work our way from the middle. Which I think is a dope concept. And that's actually her concept right here that she suggested because I had already started doing the 2 different views of the cities. Right. That's why you brought it up originally, was because I had already been doing the past and the present descriptions
Yes,
of
you
the
had been
cities.
doing the descriptions. I was trying to remember what, trying to focus on what you're talking about, because I'm writing this.
That's fair. How are you doing?
What was the other trait we had come up with him?
What?
Cause I changed it to inattentive, but then
she is very focused. Don't bother her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I feel like I've just been blabbering on. But this is kind of our big project right now.
I can't remember
this
what
is
the other one was.
One of our big projects.
Yeah.
It was callous, inattentive, or hold on, uncooperative.
Uncooperative, yeah. I'm changing it back.
Huh?
I'm changing it back.
Okay.
To what we originally put.
And so yeah. However, when we started doing character building, we were like, oh, what if there's bad guys? And I was like, oh, true. So I didn't have any of the monsters or bad races yet. And so right now we're kind of having to guesstimate on kind of how they would normally act. But eventually, once I stop being lazy and I actually write detailed descriptions for each of the bad races, and the few good ones that I haven't written out, then when we do this and we make bad guys, we can go back and fix their backstories so that they're not all goofballs. So yeah, unfortunately, okay, so our first bad guy is actually a bad guy. The next 3 bad guys that we've gotten, one is sort of bad, and the other 2, one is a bureaucrat in a wig, and the other, just like spreading chaos through faulty materials.
Okay.
We just made him. His name is Boris.
He's Boris the hyena.
But they are all hyena,
Well,
which
he's
are
he's a gnoll,
which
but...
are hyena-like creatures.
Yeah, they're gnolls. I just imagine Lion King, though.
And he's got a band of 30 hyena, called Hyena and the Dogs. I was gonna say like Hyena and the Doggy Cats, but that doesn't work.
Yeah.
So.
Why aren't they Boris and the dogs?
I don't know. Boris and the hyenas. But yeah. So, I don't even, oh, Alice the bug. All right. Alice, our question for today is, what is, I love the name, Dinko? Are you talking about Dinko or Boris? Dinko's a Zhao, which is a goblin-like creature.
Dinko. Boris.
Boris, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, he's Boris of the North. And yeah, we like him. So sorry, our question for today was, what is your alignment? So this could be D&D or, you know, your own personal alignment, like in real life. Are you like lawful good? Are you chaotic good? Like, what do you consider yourself?
So we didn't cover like what type of characters I like playing. So I consider myself lawful good, but I like playing lawful neutral characters.
Yeah.
Because I'm basic as heck. Or true neutral characters. True neutral is fun too.
Is it fun?
Yeah, because you get to decide what you want. True neutral is more chaotic than chaotic neutral. Chaotic neutral, you're at least, like, bound to be chaotic. True neutral's like, sometimes I'm lawful, sometimes I'm chaotic. It's up to how I feel today.
Fair enough. I personally like playing good characters, but I tend to play chaotic good characters. Or neutral good, I guess.
So I think my favorite alignment, like, I said my favorite one to be.
But I love making, surely I would be angelic, but I love making chaotic characters. Alright. But do you make evil characters or good characters? I assume you make good characters, right? Like, they gotta be good.
I would say my favorite, like, my favorite player character-wise, lawful neutral, but as a GM, my favorite character to play as, like, favorite alignment is lawful evil.
Yeah, lawful evil is probably the best NPC type characters.
Like, I have chaotic evil and lawful evil villains in my campaign right now, and I like the lawful evil ones better.
What are the lawful evil ones?
That's for you to find out, mister, as one of my players.
Yeah, lawful evil characters are definitely...
Because they're evil, really, but they have a code they go by, so they're like, yeah. I can't do this, or I'm a devil, I'm bound by these rules.
Because most of the time that's inflict as much harm as humanly possible on pretty much anybody I can. Yeah. That's most of their code, because they're evil.
Or it's a code of, like, well, see, I consider evil more selfish than...
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm bound by a code that I created to hold myself by, or I'm bound by this code for this order.
I usually make good characters because I'm usually the most experienced player, and that way I can help the rest. But if I play with experienced people, I create very stupid characters who only want evil.
Sounds like nice. You. Not the evil part, but just the very stupid characters who are chaotic.
Yeah.
Like Bubba Bugga.
So, with that being said, my newest character, which I finally get to play again on Friday, for longer than an hour, is... Sorry if my English is not very good, I'm trying. Hey, you're doing just fine. So, we both GM, or DM, and we also both play in different campaigns.
But we're finally going to play in the same campaign.
Yeah, so our buddy's running a game where we finally get to play as characters in the same game. So that's going to be fun. But I am playing a very large bugbear. So you're... Thank you for the follow. I got to...
You got to hear the little magic in your ear?
Yeah, I love the magic in my ears. But I am playing a character, very large bugbear, because every character has, like, oh, here's the average height of, humans or elves, or... I went the max height I could for the bugbear, of 8 feet, and the max weight, which I believe for bugbears was, like, 270 or something like that.
You're a big boy.
So he is a very large dude, but, here's the thing. He, his name is Bubba Bugga. He is a good bugbear. We like him. And he is a crick folk. So he lives down by a creek in the forest, basically. And he wears overalls, which I actually went and bought. So I have overalls, I have some flannel shirts. So just imagine the biggest country bugbear you can, and that's him. And including the straw hat and everything. He is a ranger. And so with that, he also has a pet. That pet's name is Roscoe. We like Roscoe because he's just a Black Panther. Just a Black Panther, it's fine. Now you might be thinking, oh, well, Black Panthers are quite large. Well, this one's like a teenage Black Panther, if you will. Not quite large, but, a medium-ish type, creature. But he is... What RPG do you play the most? Right now is definitely D&D.
Right now it's D&D for a while. We play Mutants and Masterminds a lot.
Yeah.
But we have to finish that campaign.
We do.
I know nobody can meet to do it,
Yeah.
but we have to finish that campaign.
Right now, she is running a D&D campaign.
A 5e that's been going on for like
2 years, 3 years.
This will be the 4th year.
Almost 4-year campaign.
Yeah. It's almost over, probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Our buddy is starting to run a 5e campaign. Afterwards,
sounds like he's gonna add a lot of homebrew rolls, where it's gonna be closer, like 5e with some Call of Cthulhu mixed in.
Yeah, possible. What I am DMing right now is Mutants and Masterminds. But before that, I did 5e as well. So I would say probably 5e would be the most common that we play. Which is partially why we're making this, because there are some things in 5e we don't necessarily like the most. Combat being one of them. Yeah, mainly the combat.
We had having a child.
From 5e. What are you looking for?
What was the other one we had generated?
Having
a child.
Catching. It was winning a competition. No. Trying something new. No. Surviving a loss. No. Solving a problem. No.
The longest campaign that we played.
Hers 4 years.
Mine, it's 4 years. Yeah. Mine started before your first D&D campaign ended and has gone through the whole Mutants one, which is in its 3rd year.
Yeah. There was having a child. The one right now is pursuing mastery.
I guess I'll just stick with pursuing mastery of a skill.
Yeah, definitely hers. Before that, it was mine at 2.5 years, give or take.
Okay, we started your big one that you did in the D&D one in late 2018.
Yeah.
And we ended it in early 2020 because of the pandemic.
Yeah, so almost 2 years.
And then we started your mutant one
After that.
Like March or May. Oh, it was like May of 2020 because it was we were still in lockdown basically. And then,
yeah, that's true. We were definitely in lockdown.
Maybe it was April actually, because it was a little earlier on, but I know it wasn't March. It was like April, and then we still haven't finished it. So
yeah,
we're on the 3rd year. We're gonna go. We'll probably be 3 years before it's done.
How long you've been playing in general? All right. So if you're talking about
playing longer than me,
if you're talking about 5e, 2018. If you're talking about TTRPGs in general, because I did play Pathfinder prior to that, it would have been 2014. It was sometime around me coming back from Savannah, which was 2012 to 2014. So sometime in 2014, 2015 is when I started playing TTRPGs.
Yeah,
so I've been at this for 8 years now.
He's a little older than me. 2018 for me. He ran the first one which I remember before that you would show me your Pathfinder characters before you actually I actually did stuff.
Hey, you started in 2014. All right. Now, the real question, though, is, do you remember your first character? Because I remember my first character. All right, what was your first character? And remember, mine was in Pathfinder. Which is, general same characteristics as D&D. My first character lasted 6 years? Wow. What was your first character that lasted for 6 years? And did they survive through multiple campaigns, or was the first campaign just 6 years? And was there a lot of breaks in between, or no? Because, to be fair, mine has a lot of breaks.
Yours does have a lot of breaks.
One campaign, nice.
Nice. Hey, that's gonna be Tondro if we have too many breaks.
Right. So, my first character was, unfortunately, it was when I was not super creative with naming and everything. So, I just made an orc. His name was Garrosh. He was a barbarian. And he was actually, his trait was, or his background was, actually, I believe his trait, or his thing was slave. He actually was a pit fighter who, led a rebellion in his little place that he was. And we stole a ship and sailed down the river. So my guy came with a ship. Why are you going town?
It's for the backstory.
Okay. And ooh, bullying. My first character was in Lord of the Rings. Ugly, dumb, and oh yeah, she was ugly, dumb, and ended up without a hand. Oh no! Elric, nice. Oh, okay, wait. So your first campaign was in the Lord of the Rings setting? That actually works out well for for this. Oh, nice. All right, so the reason I say that this works out very well for this, that you actually started in Lord of the Rings, this campaign, are you ready for how this whole thing started? So we were sitting in Buffalo Wild Wings.
You have to specify the restaurant even?
Yeah.
Like Buffalo Wild Wings.
Specifically Buffalo Wild Wings.
Because something about the atmosphere of that place.
Yeah. we were just kind of chilling and whatever.
The
and
ring restaurant.
Yeah, and I said, I want to run a new campaign. She goes, all right. What? I was like, I want to run Lord of the Rings, but in 5e. I don't want to run the actual Lord of the Rings thing, like that campaign setting. I just want to run it in 5e because I think it would be kind of cool. And then that turned into, all right, so do you just want to run like strictly Lord of the Rings or what? And I was like, I want to run the plot line of Lord of the Rings. Because, you know, they have great character development. They have, you know, the fight scenes are super cool. I love everything Lord of the Rings. I love the Silmarillion. By the way, if you've never read the Silmarillion, highly suggest it.
You're really looking at me with that one. I know it.
No. But it's basically the history of Lord of the Rings, if you will. Or the lore of Lord of the Rings, I guess. And so she was like, all right, so do you want like the same elves, the same dwarves? I was like, I mean, yeah, I guess, kind of. I didn't actually want them. And so we then started coming up with ideas of how could we make it different than Lord of the Rings. And that's when we came up with our naming system for different races. So, in our game, this one right here, we have a race called the Duende. The Duende is just Spanish for elf, or elves. So, basically, all of our races have names that come from different languages. Don't worry
about it.
Okay. Coming up with a new character, Jagoda. Jag for short. So then we have the Zwergen, those are our dwarves, and that's German, things like that. I played Lord of the Rings a lot, but I ended up changing the game system to make it easier for my players. Oh, do you DM or do you do more DMs or do you
do you DM more? Probably is what you're trying to say.
Do you DM more or do you are you on the player end of it? Because it sounds like you're more of a DM now. Though I guess you could just do both, like we do.
Yeah, that's fair. Set up on their missions. Out. I got this guy.
Okay.
I have this
You're
guy.
doing well on this one?
Yeah, I got this guy.
Okay. Dingo?
We really should have named the hyenas Dinko. It's Dinko the Dingo.
50-50, my roommates are also DMs of other games. Oh,
nice.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately in our group, we've got us two, and...
We finally got one of them to DM.
One of our buddies has been making a game, making a game in 5e, which is the one that we're playing now, or that we are gonna start playing.
Well, technically we've played one.
We've played one session,
We've
unfortunately.
played half a session, let's be fair.
Yeah. But I don't think we're gonna get our other buddies to DM, unfortunately. We're trying, though. Because honestly, it has helped us become way more creative. Because not unfortunately, very fortunately, actually, when DMing, it is 90% improv, 10% planning, and 100% screaming your head off because all of your plans just went to crap.
And then your player's going, "Are we actually the bad guys?" And then you're like, "Oh yeah, sure."
I guess.
That's what I meant by this whole storyline. Sure, you're the bad guys. Sure.
Yeah.
That's happened like 3 times at this point, and I think in each of your campaigns it's kind of happened. So.
Yeah, only because y'all keep being chaotic.
You know, that's fair.
We have 2 campaigns right now. One from Lord of the Rings. Obviously, I'm the DM, of course. And then another one from Red Dead Redemption. We made the manual. Oh, nice!
The Red Dead Redemption one sounds fun.
Alright, how many horses am I allowed to pet in your campaign? For Red Dead Redemption? Because, you know that's what it's all about in Red Dead Redemption. Is you get to be able to pet the cats and dogs and the horses, and they'll make cute little noises. So, is it a published manual, or like is it anywhere that people can find it that they can play too, or? Oh God!
Don't worry. I'll read it. I'll read it to you.
I'm trying not to look. I have not posted it on the action. I posted it in the role association that I have, but it's in Spanish. Aww. All right. What is role association?
I'm not sure. What is a role association?
Hablo español, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Hablo español pequeño.
Un poco.
Un poco? Un poco.
I know a little bit of Spanish. I don't.
Un poco, yeah.
Un poco.
So
Pequeño is small, yeah.
Yeah, context clues. I know a small bit of Spanish.
It doesn't translate as well.
It doesn't, but, you know, if I assume you could be like, okay, well, they meant this. I assume. right?
I don't know.
So I can a little bit understand Spanish. Because I can find context clues at least within if I know what the conversation's about to start. That's mostly how I handle Spanish and other languages in general. Is I try to figure out what the conversation's about and then try to take context clues and hand gestures if there are any. Because that's usually a pretty good way of doing it. So yeah. But I will do my best. So if you, I'm going to explain what I was referring to because it can't be translated in English. I have a group of players, approximately 100, to play RPGs. Oh! All right.
That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I had a group of about 8 in one campaign.
You had 12.
I had 12 in one campaign. That was not recommended. That's cool. Honestly, I wish we could do that.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, with our other idea for world building, where if we do one shots, we could honestly get people just that join our community to play in the one shots if they wanted to. So, one of our other ideas for this is to come up with a concept, create a one shot in 2 hours, 3 hours, and then the next session or the next stream, we would run the one shot on stream. Most of it would probably be over Discord, Roll20, things like that. And yeah, I think that'd be kind of fun to include our followers and our peoples. Because community engagement, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! The crystal ball fell. You hold on to that crystal ball, man. How long did it take you to get this group? And did you start the group, or did somebody else start the group and you are also in it? If that makes sense. How do you say in English an RPG in which you really have to act like theater? I don't know if I explain myself well.
Oh, so is it live action role playing maybe where you meet up in person? Is that would that be correct?
Oh, that would be so cool. Yeah, is it where you actually meet up in person and you're actually acting out the scenes and the characters and such? If so, that's even cooler.
Yeah.
Mainly because then I'm curious, do all the people participate in one campaign?
That's a great question.
We always play in person, sometimes acting other than a normal... Oh, okay, so it's a little bit of LARPing, a little bit of TTRPG.
Interesting. That's really cool.
Yeah, no kidding.
That sounds fun.
How do you enjoy the acting aspect of it? Like, if you are doing it like a theater. I like having dice on the table. Oh, yeah, for sure. So, unfortunately, I think you dropped in after we lost our camera. But the camera that we're currently using, while you can see our green screen,
the other one broke.
Was meant to only look down at our dice that we roll.
Yeah.
But when we do start streaming this game that we're making, we are going to have like 5 cameras. One for basically, we're gonna have basically, you know, like, oh, here's the table. Here's basically each player will have a camera. We'll have a microphone in the center kind of thing, or maybe labs on people. Who knows yet? And we're just gonna it's gonna be like a whole production thing. So if you've streamed, have you streamed any of your That's very cool. The effort shows. Thank you. Have you streamed any of your games or no? How much more do you have? No, I only do video game streams. Okay. Well, what kind of games do you do? Do you do RPG games or do you do like Halo, Mass Effect, that kind of stuff? Or Call of Duty, I guess. I have some photos on Instagram if you want to see some RPG. Ooh. Heck yeah. I am all about supporting fellow RPG peoples. At there it is. I had to find the camera.
He's looking it up right now.
I had to find the camera.
Or I thought you were looking it up. You're checking the camera?
That's fine. I'm okay with it being.
Well, it is not
Spanish.
always 100%. We also have Google Translate.
I can just ask her. Actually, if anything, I can always ask my boss. He speaks Spanish.
Oh yeah, that's fair. Your boss does.
But hey, look. The good news is pictures are not in Spanish. It's impossible for pictures to be in Spanish. Actually, that would be pretty interesting if you could make habla bien español.
Un poco. I can read more than I can speak.
You speak good Spanish?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what that says.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's been doing Duolingo.
Well, I've also took Spanish in school.
I also have taken Spanish in high school, but that does not mean much.
In college I did
really?
too. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. You did, didn't you? You did 2 years in college, didn't you? Or
yes.
2 semesters at least?
Yeah, that was 2 years.
Nice.
Not to say I retained most of it.
Oof. I'm from Spain. It's 3 a.m.
Oh, wow.
And you're awake because... Other than because we're obviously great streamers, but...
We are not... It is not that late here.
It is not. It is...
We are in America.
It is 9:30 here.
The United States. Yeah.
Problem is, the United States spans like 7 time zones.
We're in continental United States in the Eastern time zone.
Oh, so that spans 6 time zones.
Okay, in the Eastern time zone, it is 9 o'clock here.
Yeah, 9:30. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now I should go look at that though.
In the United States, people go to sleep very early.
That's fair. Yeah.
You go to sleep very early. Honestly, 3 a.m. is.
That's pretty normal for you.
Pretty normal for me.
Enter. Where is it? I lost it again. Enter. All. Lego. Hey. Ooh.
Around the fire. Ooh.
Fair enough.
Oh.
So it looks like y'all have it looks like y'all also teach younger kids how to play RPGs. Am I accurate in that assumption? But then they do also have like the theater type
Oh,
RPG.
that's pretty cool.
So it looks like y'all do. Oh, that's.
Oh, that's some good art on here.
By the way, whoever did this artwork is amazing.
I don't know if we
Can't
can get
see
it
it,
to...
but it's the one with the
It's got blue dice on it.
elf girl, or what looks to be an elf girl. But yeah, this is. They also play Steven Universe.
Nice. Oh, that's yours!
That's yours? Heck yeah! Hey, you want to draw some characters?
That's really cool. Oh, that's some nice green dice.
That's a very nice green dice.
I'm getting distracted.
Yes, keep typing.
Yes.
We're
only gonna be able to do 2 characters probably.
Probably. So do y'all teach I'm not good at drawing, it was luck. You're not good at if that's luck, you can come luck draw all my characters. My characters I have to trace from freaking the internet.
You trace and then change them enough where you're not exactly copying.
Yeah. Okay, so to be fair, I say trace. I do not actually trace. I follow step-by-step instructions.
You follow guides and then alter them.
Yes. Because unfortunately, if I try without looking at something or looking at a finished product and just trying to follow it, it looks terrible. I've been a stickman.
Hey, the stickman can be good. You should talk about stickman from your campaign. The mayor of one of the towns. Remember stickman?
All right. So in my current mutagenesis campaign, in like the major capital of their country that they were in, there was a guy who I didn't have a picture for him, and so I just drew a little stick figure. But it was super weird because on the Roll20 thing, anytime he moved, like I just had him clicked, and then I moved him with the arrow keys on the keyboard, he looked like he was walking. It was so weird. So he ended up becoming Stickman. That's just what his name ended up being. But it was super weird because he always looked like he was moving his legs, even though it was not. Magic, yeah, exactly. It was the magic of Roll20 and my eyes being like, no, that's a Stickman. He should be walking. But yeah, do y'all teach younger kids how to play role-playing games? Because it looked like you guys were.
It looked like there was at least some.
Or at least it
kids
looked
in
like
some
there
of
were
the pictures.
kids in there, yeah. That's
That's
more
pretty
power
cool.
to y'all. Should we talk about 5-year-old D&D?
Yeah, honestly, talk about 5-year-old D&D. 5-year-old D&D was fun.
We're gonna let them talk first. What? Okay, this actually looks like a real story.
Kinda.
Why do you care so much about Dinko?
Dinko is... Dinko? He's...
To do activities with children now, but they are usually crafts or board games, but they are future TTRPG. Yeah! Look, like I said, I am all about that. It's actually crazy. So the why, and I do think that we should probably look into this. Where I work.
So YMCA, it's like a gym.
Yeah, it's a community family gym.
Yeah.
And we actually have a library right next door to us who they have actually done D&D nights or D&D days where they actually teach kids to be in TTRPG games. But as a community engagement activity, I do think we could actually do that.
Yeah.
Because that's something I can get behind. Like at all times. I'm not necessarily the best DM, but I enjoy doing it because I enjoy coming up with stories. Despite being good or not at them. So. With this one, I am going to do my best to be the best GM I can possibly be. You mentioned, the more effort you put in, it tends to be better because it shows that you're like super passionate about what you're doing. My first campaign, I came up with 2 cities, and that was the extent of what I came up with. The second campaign, I actually came up with, I just moved and started teaching people how to play, but I don't have that much time because I study and work. Oh, yeah, unfortunately. But, life comes first, and then playing is, the fun part of life. As long as you enjoy playing when you do get to play, and so this is definitely the largest campaign project and the most in-depth I have gotten as far as world building goes. And since we're basically building it from the ground up, this is going to be very much a long-term deal. So it could be that this time next year we're still building this dang campaign.
Potentially. Also depends on how much our jobs take up our lives.
True. But yeah. You said you made a manual to the Red Dead Redemption. What's what kind of stuff do you have in it? Like, do you have what kind of mechanics? That's basically what I'm trying to ask. Like, the rules. Is that right? The playstyle. Like, how does combat work? How does do you guys have crafting, resting, things like that? How does all that work for you? How do you guys keep track of days in the campaign? Or time, I guess, is the better word. How do you guys keep track of time in the campaign? Hey there, viewers. That was a new one.
Oh.
So I'm just saying, hey.
I'm almost...
Spotted a someone?
Yeah.
And also, if you don't mind me asking, where did you move to? Or from, I guess? Because you said you were from Spain. So did you just move within Spain, or... I copied from the... I don't know if it's really in English. It's a very simple system and focused on the narrative. Oh!
It might cool. be. It's not one that I've heard of, but we can look it up.
Yeah. What is it? Wait, H...
H-I-T-O-S.
H-I-T-O-S?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Let's find out.
Oh.
H-I-T-O-S.
It moved from the south of Spain to the north.
Okay. Game system. High Toss is a lightweight system that is based on the interpretation and narration for you and your players, so you can focus in story. As the name says, the generic guide is... Oh. Interesting.
Oh.
That's pretty cool. You move from the south of Spain to the north? Nice. I'm hoping for, like, school or something. You're killing the story.
Yeah.
To be fair, most of the time when I write my character stuff, it's just long, drawn-out paragraphs. Is this makeup for the Golden Board one?
Yes.
So, last week, the first character she got was a good person?
It was a good person.
A good person.
It was a dwarf, a noble dwarf.
Yeah.
In the desert.
Yeah. It was one of the actual leaders that technically already had a name. That she was attempting to write a backstory for. It was
my mind was just not working last time.
On Saturday, yeah.
Yeah.
How old are you, if I can ask? I am 29, almost 30.
Yeah, and I'm 23, so.
Yeah. I don't mind you asking.
Yeah. I don't really care.
Yeah. Yeah. The good news is we are both done with school.
Yeah, for now. For now.
You shush.
For now.
Forever and ever and ever. Okay, Jenny. Now, what about you, Alice? Yeah, we'll go with Alice.
Or Alice the Bug.
Well, that's the actual name.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, Alice the Bug. See, it just doesn't roll off the tongue like that. How many paragraphs are there?
A couple.
Okay. Trust me, if you ask a question and we don't want to answer, we just won't.
That's fair.
But so far, nobody has asked any... yes, I'm Alice. Well, actually, Alicia. Is that right? Is it Alicia? I assume so. But you know what to say about assuming things.
Yeah. You probably should. If you have to say you're assuming things, you probably shouldn't.
Probably shouldn't be. By the way, I'm really... Don't try to say it in Spanish. Well, now I'm curious. What is it in Spanish? Or is Alicia in what I'm saying as Alicia, is that supposed to be the Spanish pronunciation?
No, she's 21.
21? Nice. You started in 2014, so you were 10 when you started playing? No, 2014, you were 12? Right? 12. Okay, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yes, nailed it. And your first character was 6 years.
Wow.
That's crazy. If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been part of the group that you're in? Actually, now I'm curious. Did you start the group? Oh no, is he a barbarian? Hey, you remember that he's evil, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just making sure. Hey viewers. I hope you guys are having a good night. Thank you for tuning in to watch us type out Dinko's story. Two little Dominics?
Don't read it yet. I'm almost done.
Look, I've been like occasionally peeking over. I don't read it for very long though. The group was created by my sister. Oh! And I in the city where I lived before, and now that I have moved, I take it here. Oh, nice! You're expanding your...
You're expanding your empire. Your RPG empire.
You're expanding your empire. You are, expanding your influence. There we go.
That's true, too.
That's what I was going for, I think. Maybe.
Creating separate branches is what it sounds like.
Yeah! Creating a second branch of your group. The Northern Spain section, if you will. Now, I know, yes, there are a lot of parts in Northern Spain, so that was partially a joke. My bad. That's cool. One day you will have McDonald's in my place to play. Nice. Oh, okay. So I don't know. Now I'm actually kind of curious because I don't know too much about Spain. So we have cool places here that are restaurants. But they are. There's one actually in the city nearby that is called Battle and Brew. And what it is it's a restaurant, but they have tables that basically you sit down and you can play games. They have booths that you can play like Nintendo Switch at and play Smash Brothers, things like that. But they also have sections where you could just play D&D all night while it's open. I'm assuming you're buying things like drinks and such. That way you're not just like spending time there. But I think you pay by the table for that, right? Or by the hour for those?
Yeah, you pay by the hour for those.
Yeah. So technically you're still paying for the table even if you're not buying like drinks and such, but I assume they would prefer it if you bought drinks as well. But we haven't played a session there yet. We have many similar ones, but they are usually small businesses.
Yeah, this one's a small business.
This one's a smaller business. It's not necessarily the smallest business. They have a lot of locations, right? Or at least a few.
No, that one's just one location.
That was just one location. Oh. Yep. Apparently this one's a one and done location. Yeah, so those are pretty cool places. I love those. We've been twice. One time we played a card game, and the other time it was just you and I, and we mainly just went and like looked at their games basically. But I do plan on one day doing a session over there, just because I can, and it's there, and I think it would be a cool atmosphere to do a session in. So, have you played at any places like that are small businesses? Oh, all the people left. Sad. Jeremy. Don't look.
Okay. You
Oh.
ready? Okay.
Do you want to read it or do I?
So I know you normally. I know, like, normally things I write, you read and stuff. Yeah, sure.
If you want to read it, you can.
No, I'll let you read it. You've been waiting.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're gonna make this a little bigger.
Wrong way.
That's the wrong way.
Golly. Okay. All right. Are we ready?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure?
Yes.
All right. Backstory time. Ready? Dinko had one goal in life. Probably. That's what he says.
Oh, hold on. Actually, we're not.
All right. Never mind. I am turning back to you, Alice.
We're almost done. I forgot to change the first part.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. First part doesn't
fit with the rest of it.
fit with the rest of it now
Okay.
that I've done it. The first part is a lot less edgy.
You can make it not edgy. Okay, so you used to play Magic, or used to play Magic, or do you still play Magic?
This was good. This was good.
What? I assume you're talking about Magic the Gathering, right? Like the card game? Or is there a different Magic that oh yeah, okay. So do you still play Magic, or is that more of a you used to play Magic?
I want to say that before I delete this, especially due to a super awesomely cool amulet that he acquired legally by Cabal standards.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
You just wanted to say that?
Well, I wanted you to read that before I delete it, because it doesn't fit anymore.
Are you ready now?
Yes, I'm ready now.
I don't play anymore, but I keep my cards. Fair enough. We most of our buddies also used to play Magic. They also don't play much anymore.
Yeah. I think it's because they Magic sometimes makes them mad.
Yeah.
Oh, somehow we have never gotten into Magic unless you used to play it. Somehow I have never gotten into Magic.
To be fair, I was not good at it, but I did play it for like a year. So I was not very good at it, but I played.
See, I'm surprised I haven't gotten into it just because of all the fun card art.
That's the thing, though,
It's
it's
like
the fun
pretty.
card art, but
It's pretty art. I've seen the art.
yeah. Unfortunately, we don't get out enough to like do that very often. I'm waiting for you to read this. Okay, I'm sorry. All right,
Yeah.
so Dinko had one goal in life, probably. That's what he says. But he never quite finishes his sentence before getting distracted. ... At some point, Dinko was just your average Zhao. Traditional, obviously, with a wife and 2 little Dominics on the way. He traded in his family's trademark good, ice. However, Cabal's powers caused a change in climate that extended the cold regions well into the Dominic's trading territory, putting Dinko's family, along with many other Zhao from the mountains, out of business. Many found themselves recruited by the nearby generals, but Dinko wasn't one of the weaklings. Dinko knew his work came with a price. Ooh, spicy. Dinko and his sons, as some of the strongest Zhao on their mountain, decided to offer their services as bodyguards to anyone who was willing to pay their price, most of which goes back to Dinko's sickly wife. Oh, why is she sick?
I don't know.
Did we get to know?
Maybe. Not in this one.
Oh, okay. One day, their team got hired to protect someone traveling to a town much further than any of them had ever traveled. However, the payment was too good to pass up, so bidding the sickly Jagoda
Is this why?
farewell, they set out on their mission. What followed to Dinko was a blur. Before he knew it, he was frozen in fear, standing over the lifeless bodies of his sons, and the one they were supposed to protect, as the ones who slaughtered their group looted all their gear. Why they left Dinko alive, he doesn't know, but one thing is certain, he will ruin their lives. Crazy. Lost in a town with no path home, as the map was stolen with his gear, his focus is entirely on getting stronger. Only then might he get back to Jagoda to see if she's still there, to tell her about their sons. She is the only light in his world. Everything else is rotten. In his callous state of mind, loaming in the local pub, he spotted someone who looked awfully familiar. In what way, though, he could not recall. But this intrigue led him to stalk the person in their drunken state to the back of the pub.
His wife is sick with sickness, yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. Back to the pub. Then, rage took over and he blacked out again. When the day broke, he awoke, clutching onto something, an amulet. It glowed and looked almost unnatural. Staring into it, a voice called out, "I am power." Dinko has never moved this amulet since. Okay, you just made a magic item.
This is one of Cabal's items.
But only the main people have those items.
This is before the main people get them. This is in the backstory part.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is in the past.
Yes.
That's what you're saying. Okay.
This is in the past.
Nice.
Who did he get the thing from? Was it one of the players, though? That's another thing.
It's very possible. He may have killed one of them.
Was it the group that, was the ones that...
Oh, that's brilliant. I like it.
Yeah. I left it ambiguous.
All right,
yeah,
that's a pretty cool story for Dinko.
For a goblin, right?
Right? Yeah.
This is a goblin who's basically a barbarian who goes into rage. Or just kind of blacks out.
So the cool thing is, I can make Dinko a general. If Cabal likes him.
Mm-hmm. Well, Dinko might have become a general after this.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. But, see, I think this is introducing an area. So Dinko is somebody who, he's a little uncooperative, so he likes to go out on his own, which is why he didn't just become one of the troops. Like, he didn't just get recruited. But then because of, his son's dying because he's stuck in this town and he can't go home because he doesn't know how to go home because the person they were trying to that brought him there.
Where did the name Dinko come from?
It came from
fantasy name generator.
Fantasy name generator, yes.
But Croatian names. Like real Croatian names.
Yes.
This is where all of our names come from, is fantasy name generator, because it is quite useful.
We generate the names and then we adjust them how we think fits. Yeah. So we might see one name and we're like, yeah, we kind of like that name, but we're just gonna change a letter instead of Dinko, it's Donko or.
Donko. Dang it, now I want to change his name to Donko instead of Dinko.
That's one of his sons.
Donko.
It's Donko and Dunko.
Though I feel like now one of his weapons is called Donko, since he no longer has sons.
Remember the amulet, he calls it Donko.
Would he?
No, the amulet is power.
Yeah. I give you the name of Elric in case you want to use it. Honestly, that may be our first Wednesday.
It might be, yeah. That's fair.
So.
Take a picture of it.
I wasn't prepared to take a picture. Meow. Oh, okay. Boop.
But yeah, we said all of our villains we've been making have been too funny.
Yeah.
So, because they've all been hyena people. So,
yeah.
This one, I'm trying to go for more of the serious, more of the edgy backstory.
Yeah. We honestly need to start doing that with our bad guys.
Well, we can have the funny bad guys, but we gotta have a couple scary ones. I want this guy to be scary. He's got a tragic backstory, which you don't have to have a tragic backstory to be evil, but I think his is justified. I think he wants to get revenge. He wants to get stronger, because stronger is the only way. He doesn't know if his if his wife is still out there.
By the way, quick question: is Elric a guy or a girl?
I think they said it was a girl. Yes.
She was
yes,
ugly, dumb, and
yep.
okay, yeah, okay,
it's
cool,
a girl. Yep.
All right, so let this be known that our first Wednesday is going to be named Elric, and it will be a female. That is the only guaranteed.
It's the only guarantee
gender
on our thing
of a duende that we are going to have.
Okay. Duende are our elf people.
Are the elven type.
Elf type
yeah.
ones.
Oh man. I have to ask, were they more keen to water, woods?
Oh, that's fair though. Duende is a Spanish word.
Yeah. Oh. Yay.
So we have the different
There's a girl that just changed the name to
Eric.
That's fair if it's a guy.
Yeah, each of the different like the dwarves and stuff, like dwarves, elves, humans and such, we took some words in different languages for to kind of make them seem like they feel in the same. So duende are the elves, and we took some Spanish words for it. Not saying we can pronounce all the Spanish words correctly.
Unfortunately, no.
And then the Zwergen are German. Yeah.
Yep.
And the Nombru are French.
So I have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Since our stream is winding down.
Yes.
Right? Instead of starting a new character, I think we should read off one of our old characters for Alice.
Yeah. I think we should.
So who is your favorite character?
Like Edward, but Edward takes a while to explain.
We don't have to explain it.
We can also we can also well yeah, we can just read his backstory.
Here. This is the leader's backstory.
Okay, I gotta zoom out because it looks like there's more written there. Let's zoom out on the page a bit. It's not that long compared to the other one that was like almost a full page.
All right, we're gonna go back up here though. Yeah, at 200, right? Okay, so we are gonna read Edward's backstory for you.
Edward. Silvestri. Edward Silvestri.
Yes. All right, so this is Edward. He is a parfait. No, not the food. He is duende in Spanish is not an elf. It is more like a goblin.
Yeah.
Yes. And when you look at them,
they are more goblin in nature than they are elf.
Yes.
They're like tall goblins.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of if you've seen the movie Gremlins.
With the Mogwai and yeah.
But they're
no idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're kind of goblin-like things.
Yeah. So this is Edward. He is a sorcerer type thing. His job is an alchemist. He was neutral evil, so he was our first evil character.
He was our first evil guy, yeah.
His general gear, he actually just got junk as his gear, which worked out because he was able to get a salvaged arm, basically. He lives in the dead forest. His flaw was he was missing a limb, hence the salvaged arm, and he's a great cook.
So you gotta read his backstory.
So
did I write his? I think I did because
yes.
I have paragraph breaks in mine.
Yes. Yes. I have a paragraph break. Singular. All right. So here is Edward's backstory.
I think I added the paragraph break in yours.
Yes. Edward was created as a specialized group of parfait that was innately good at brewing the highest quality potions with additional effects. He was placed in a lab near a Grawl mountain fortress.
Grawl are mountain dwarves.
Mountain dwarves, yeah. with a split river near a cabin. The lab was attacked by the forces of Cabal during the Second War. Despite calling for reinforcements, this help arrived too late. The lab was sieged, and all of the Nambu who were guarding the facility were killed. However, one of Cabal's generals, who was leading this assault, reasoned with the Parfait working in the lab to turn against their Nambu oppressors and utilize the strength that lies within them. They are enhanced humanoids.
Yeah, Parfait are superhuman people.
These Parfait, now without their Nambu keepers present, decided to take this offer. Before they could leave, the backup forces arrived. Seeing these turned Parfait as a threat, as their usefulness had run out. They fought them with full strength. Thanks to an unexpected reinforcement, the battle was extremely one-sided in favor of the Nambu. All of the Parfait perished alongside many of the Stavornia troops. Only the general and one Parfait survived, Edward, who managed to escape with only one major injury, a missing arm. As they were fleeing the massacre, he cursed all Nambu involved in the conflict, promising his vengeance. With parts he salvaged from this attack, Cabal forged a new arm for him. This arm flowed with corrupted materia with the potential to taint beneficial effects of potions and food.
And the materia is basically the magic in the world.
He spends his days in the dead forest in the north of the lab, creating new foods and potions while plotting his revenge.
I like his backstory because he's getting vengeance for his for the other people in his lab that were killed by the good guys.
Yep.
I just realized something. Do I just like characters who like getting vengeance?
Yes.
That's fair. Well, now I'm thinking into my campaign. Is that the backstory of most of my villains?
Yes. So my personal favorite character.
I think my big bad evil guy isn't trying to get vengeance. They're more idealistic.
My personal favorite character, Alice, is this one right here. Erno. He's a Goliath. He's this is the Esoterian, so he's a neutral person. He neither cares for the good or the bad of the world. So I'm just gonna read you his story because the language drops very substantially here. Erno was a man, a great big fireman. Erno was the fireman. But then other firemen showed up. These firemen had cooler flames than Erno. Not in the sense that the flames were less hot, which they were, but that's not the point. But these flames were supposed to be granted by Big V himself. That's the Valiant. The cool guy everyone knows is their friend. Erno didn't really like these new firemen, and he wasn't really sure if he even liked the Big V. When it came time for Erno's people to help the new firemen, Erno was conflicted. Then Erno was approached by a weird dog woman, or cat. It was hairy. Erno not know. The hairy woman wanted to leave some gifts for the new firemen. Erno wasn't supposed to let the strange hairy people leave stranger gifts. But Erno took the bag from Strange Lady and left it with the firemen. Months later, new firemen were all dead. Oh no.
Erno felt ashamed.
Erno felt ashamed. Erno did not like new firemen, but Erno did not want to harm them. Erno was sad. Erno not fit to be guard anymore. On ground, Erno left his team, but Erno not find life too bad alone. Erno, in fact, very lucky. Many goods were on ground and in trees and houses, abandoned houses. Erno not thief. And Erno not bad crafter. Very good weapons Erno crafted. And these weapons could also be sold too. Many people liked them, particularly the big fire sticks. Cannons.
Big fire stick.
Maybe by making people happy with these weapons, Erno could finally forgive self for his actions. Maybe if one of firemen survived, Erno could help fireman with a weapon. That hope keeps Erno wandering the hills day and night as his fire slowly fades.
I like Erno too.
Erno's cool. And we literally have him dying.
I had fun writing Erno.
Yeah.
My writing style is somewhat chaotic. I've realized. It was supposed to be chaotic for this new guy, right? But then I slowly became more and more edgy with it.
Yeah. By the way, in case you're wondering, this is how I know we should be done. There's no more music playing.
Oh, nice.
So, with all of that being said, we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We stream Saturdays and Wednesdays.
And I will put the stream schedule on Twitch because you keep forgetting.
Yeah. But we stream at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
I think so far we've only missed one.
Yeah, we missed this week ago Wednesday.
Last week. Yeah. But we have Facebook, Discord, Instagram, Twitter.
Most of the socials. You can find it on the Twitch page.
So if you want, I will. Let's go ahead. Do we want to post the Discord really quick?
Yeah.
For new people. We will do that. Nope.
Oh, I got it.
It's this one, right?
Yep. And then you gotta transition it.
And then we do that. And then
block out our screens that way.
I will post the Discord here in a second. In case anybody wants to join. Because I started to make things there. There's that for you if you want to join. Feel free. And
Magic. Ooh.
We look forward to seeing people on Saturday.
Yeah, to stream on Saturday.
Where we will probably doing more character building. But then the following Wednesday we should have stuff built for either mechanics or
materials or locations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we will try to change things up a little bit here and there. So any final words? Great final words.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Final word.
Pumpkin is your final word? Well, now you have to make it your final word.
No, Erno.
Erno is your final word? Twitch hasn't worked for me for a few minutes. Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, I just posted a Discord thing. You may need it again.
Yeah, if you use Discord and you want to join.
Yeah. There we go. So if you want Discord, there's our Discord channel. You can feel free to hop in if you would like. I don't know how many people speak Spanish. But obviously we can do our best. And Discord actually has a translator too, so
nice.
There's that as well, I'm pretty sure. But we stream Saturdays and Wednesdays, like I said, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so unfortunately, super early for you.
Or super late, technically.
It's 1 a.m.
Oh, I don't know if you count that as early or late.
Yes?
That's in the gray area.
1 a.m. That's all you need to know.
It's an extreme time, but whether or not it's...
I don't speak English that bad either. That's true, you don't. You do very well with English. You do better with English than I do with Spanish.
Yeah, I think that is a great way to... Yeah.
But I am willing to learn if you want to teach me. I am so down for that. Yeah.
But yeah, we're wrapping up. You have any other final words?
Wendy. No, my final words are, if you do decide to join the Discord, I will post the links to my other channels. Not Twitch, but, Facebook and things like that. If you want to join those as well. I mostly just make posts on those
streams.
About the upcoming streams. But that way you'll know everything at all times.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I do forget in Discord. Unfortunately. But yeah, thank you for joining us, Alice.
Yeah, thank you for joining us.
I hope you get sleep.
I I had fun learning about your stuff.
Yeah, agreed. I will actually follow that channel on Twitch with my with this channel on Instagram. That's it. Because I'm actually interested in, learning more about what y'all do. Um,
Yeah, you gave us a lot of stuff to look up, so.
You did. And don't worry, we will be using Elric or Eric, depending. So, yeah. Now, are we gonna make exactly Elric? Maybe.
I don't know. We'll see.
We may just use the name. Who knows? But we look forward to seeing you in future streams. Hopefully. If not, hopefully you join our Discord. And, yeah.
Yeah.
You're incredibly nice, too. I appreciate you saying that. So, yeah. I got nothing else. You?
No, I think that's about it for tonight.
Yeah.
Good night.
All right. Night, everybody. We'll have our stream working again.
Our camera's working again. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.